Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Spanky. Kamusta? Kamusta ang Pasko?
Gulat ako sa energy mo ah. Grabe ah. What are you on? Oo.
Of course.
Galing eh. Kaya
alam mo ba Malagos has a porter beer?
No, I didn't know. Wait.
Oh,
That's Malagos?
Malagos. The chocolate.
Malagos from Davao?
Yes, they have a porter
wow.
beer. So we're on a Malagos porter.
So it's like a stout beer. Para siyang ano? It's a dark beer, right?
Oh. It's a dark
Guinness.
beer. Oh.
Parang Guinness.
Parang Guinness.
Wow.
Parang Guinness. Yung may mga chocolate notes. Yeah.
Wow. Ito. Right and live from 7-Eleven. Parang na-UP pa, nahulog ko. UP pa yung lata. Oh my goodness.
Kamusta Pasko mo? Sa kabang ano?
Pampanga, France, the Sorbonne, you know, the south of Italy, Provence, gano'n.
Yan.
Santa Cruz, Manila. That's basically it. No, alam mo kahit bumababa yung, actually tumataas na naman yung cases konti, no. But I decided to be really careful. I didn't really organize a lot of parties yet. Mahirap na. So, mostly bahay muna. And that's what we plan to do.
Yes. Oo. Sabi nila, 'di ba, in other countries, 20 days after the first doon
dito naman kasi so let's just get this out of the way. Yung Omicron kasi from what we've been hearing, it's very different from Delta. Very different in the sense that it's a gentle kind of virus. You hardly feel anything, no? Of course, may mga severe cases. Pero karamihan yung nakikita natin spike sa Amerika, sa Europe, even Australia, no? They're not critical cases. But Omicron spreads very quickly, very easily. But it's, actually, I have so many relatives abroad. Canada, States. Lahat sila ngayon may Omicron. Meron silang COVID ngayon.
May Omicron.
Pasko. So hindi sila nagkikita-kita. They're all isolated. Quarantine. So maraming Pinoy wala muna mga Christmas party. But inevitably, it will reach the Philippines, but maybe not as severe as the United States and Canada. And we'll be ready. So that's what we hope to achieve when this happens. That with the face masks and hopefully hindi na bumalik yung face shield. Pero na lang, our point is, huwag kayong matakot. Maintain our disciplines and we'll be okay. And get your boosters.
Yes, of course. Ang ano nga nila, yung boosters talaga yung nakakatulong din talaga.
At saka paalala, hindi na 6 months ngayon. So ako, I got my vaccines late in August. So supposedly February pa ako. Now 3 months na lang. So right after New Year's, okay na ako.
3 months.
Saka
okay nga yun
Pfizer, di ba? May mga Pfizer Moderna na. Most of our friends are getting Pfizer Moderna. Di ba? Wala nang, hindi na pinapansin yung Sinovac. Huwag na lang. If I get I'm looking for Pfizer. So by January 2-3, sige, umpisa na.
Yes.
Alam mo ba't hindi marami nagpapabooster ngayon?
Bakit?
This week? Kasi gusto nilang uminom sa New Year's.
Pero ano daw yan may mga doctors na nagsabi hindi totoo yun. Ang official statement ng doctors is 24 hours before the turok and then after okay na. That's doctor.
Will you risk it? Will you risk it? I won't fucking risk that. Diba? Better safe na. Discipline na lang yan. Diba? So after I take my booster shots, I won't drink for a week. Maybe 4 days. Maybe 3 days. But that's what you have to do. Discipline.
Merry Christmas, Monique. Merry Christmas. Kamusta ang Christmas mo?
Oh, the famous Monique. Wow, the
famous Monique.
The lady. Oh, we'll probably talk about her later.
Okay,
I won't be surprised. Hindi na siya mahihain ngayon, di ba? Ganyan talaga po. Sikat na yan. Yan talaga yan. Later on, right. Our listeners will find out who this Monique is.
Yes. So guys, welcome to the year-ender episode, no? And the title is The Choice 2022.
Plus, yung,
Plus,
meron pa tayong kasi marami nang
meron
nangyayari
pa?
sa industriya natin, di ba?
Meron pa?
So, it's I think we'll start here, yung FB or Facebook versus FNB
Sige.
or food and
Unahin na
beverage.
natin yan. Okay.
Nabalitaan mo yung nangyari sa di ba kaibigan natin sila Kasi, si Chef Nins, Laos.
Yes,
So,
yes.
nakita mo ba yung TikTok video yung regarding Ninyo Fusion cuisine?
Ano sabi?
So apparently there was this do I call them influencers in TikTok? Not just call them TikTokers. So this is girl, this lady who served in Ninyo, no? And somehow, peak season and everything, no excuses, nagkamali yung booking niya. And she did not get this 11-course meal yata na she
Special
was
menu,
requesting
di ba?
Hindi na confirm. So you can just get an 11-course meal on the fly, di ba? Una, yung mga inventory mo, yung stock. So, medyo palpak talaga. And they were offering her something else. But here's my point. May pagkakamali yung Ninyo Fusion cuisine. And they admitted as much. No? They immediately came out with a statement, an official statement on their social media, which explained from their end what happened. Ang issue kasi dito for me, when you encounter something like this, a situation in the restaurant, something like a mistaken delivery, ang first instinct ng karamihan ngayon, they go on social media. Why is that, Anton? Bakit yung first instinct mo, imbes na you complain or you send feedback in private, the first instinct is to go on social media, in particular TikTok. Bakit ganun?
Well, the algorithms are really geared towards strong emotions. No? So, parang to get back, di ba? Parang ganun immediate mentality mo. If naiinis ka talaga sa isang restaurant, di ba? Parang you want to get back.
No, why is that? What was the real purpose? That's my question. If you really, is it you who want to get violent against the restaurant? Are you looking for sympathy? Or are you looking for sympathy or are you looking for hits?
Well, yung iba wanted to get syempre compensation from the
No,
restaurant.
if you want to get compensation from the restaurant, why did you talk to them privately? You have every right to go on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube or whatever, Instagram stories, reels, whatever. But why is that your first instinct? Why can't you, di ba? Kasi turo sa amin sa industriya, even in corporate life, di ba? You criticize in private and you praise in public. That's it. It's a very simple rule. Para huwag mo na papahiya. Kasi there are two sides to every story. And what we want to do here is to make sure that fair before you get pilloried in social media, before you get battered in social media, siguro dapat mag-usap muna. Yun ang sinasabi natin dito. We're not defending Ninyo. They're not defending themselves. We're not accusing the lady of wrongdoing. But for me, in general, kasi kitang-kita natin to. Is this an effect, Anton, I'm asking you, is this an effect of cancel culture? Ganun ba yun? Or is this like, I want so many hits? Ikaw?
I think mahirap kasi pag actually you make irrational decisions talaga pag naiinis ka diba?
Yun nga. Pero nung wala pang social media, ginagawa mo ba yun? Do you instantly go on?
You'll have to talk. You have to
my point.
To the manager, di ba? I mean, you
lahat
have to
naman
talk
tayo.
to the
Pag
manager.
mainit yung ulo mo, magbibigkas ka ng salita na hindi mo, na masakit, na mahapde. Di ba? It's a normal human emotion. That's why turo rin sa atin, kung mainit ulo mo, huwag ka muna magsalita. Take a deep breath. Go out alone. Di ba? Huwag ka muna magsalita. And let yourself cool down. Pag masyado mainit, yan ang nangyayari. But here's the thing. It gets viral. Di ba? It may be good for the TikToker because TikTok's algorithm is really predicated towards that. Right? The more people view, the more your video is thrown to so many subscribers. Correct?
Yes.
Even if they don't actually follow you.
Oo, pero alam mo din kasi, like for example, kung wala ka naman masyado followers and then you put it in TikTok, parang feeling mo ikaw lang yun parang echo chamber. But the algorithm kasi is geared
No.
towards
Di ba?
uh,
Non-followers will see your video.
will
That's
see
what
your video. Oh, yun.
that's what fucking irritates me about TikTok, di ba? I'm subscribed to a few people, because I'm still learning and deciding what to do about it. But first, you have to do something about it. But that is the beauty of the algorithm of TikTok. If you want to go viral, you go there, do something crazy, as what most people are doing. Do
Oo,
something that can go viral, unique, and your video will that's how TikTok grows.
correct. Yes.
Huh? So I wasn't really
Ganun lang.
subscribing to the lady in question, but I saw her video. Diba?
Okay.
I will not,
Lumabas. Okay.
I won't accuse her of anything. Di ba karapatan niya mag-complain. Pero sana, ang advice ko lang, if you have something that you have to complain about, the better way to do it is to contact the restaurant directly. Di ba?
Oo,
Kasi,
yes. I think that's the best approach, di ba?
oo, bago ka tawag din, magbomba, di ba? Or before you throw a bomb at
Tsaka
the people,
siguro,
di ba?
what I wanted to add is, the algorithm kasi, if you put in negative out there, it attracts negative reactions also. I'm sure there are also negative reactions with what she posted, di ba? So, mahirap din eh. Kaya kailangan talagang magdalawang isip before you post it.
But that's not what's gonna happen, di ba? I feel that because of this, more and more people will do exactly that, di ba? Kasi wala naman tayong rules and regulations sa TikTok, right? Actually, what have you noticed lately in Facebook the past couple of weeks? Meron sila sinasabi, we can monitor your comments also. Before you put in a comment, right? Facebook warn, we can remove or delete or warn you that your comment is not something that aligns with our guidelines and our terms of use. May mga ganun sila ngayon. So I guess in the
Pero,
States, di ba? Meron sila mga, if you say F you or damn you, meron na nga yan, may bots na yan, hinahanap na yan. So they're trying
yeah.
to clean up
Pero,
Facebook as well.
Facebook kasi is a public company. It affects their stock market. The thing with TikTok is, it was a Chinese company. Hirap eh. Iba yung labanan with TikTok. So, they can do whatever they want.
But here's the thing, no? But you can do whatever you want. Right now, so many media companies in the States, so many celebrities are now on TikTok. People you would not
Yes,
think
correct.
are on TikTok now, di ba? So siya na talaga, as we move forward into 2022, if you want to be relevant, if you want to continue your popularity, you have to be on TikTok. It's amazing. So, ikaw ng TikTok
Galing
ka?
Yeah, meron naman. Pero nag-enjoy ako ng Reels, starting to work on it. Kasi alam mo itong the TikTok and the Reels are not for our generation, 'di ba? Hindi ganito yung mode of communication natin. So our generation, I think, is adjusting to it. But the youth, the young, parang natural sa kanila yan eh. So,
Yeah.
of course, you have to get it.
Your kids. No, tell me about your kids. Do they spend a lot of time on TikTok? They do.
Yeah, TikTok yung nila, of course. That's their main communication. Kasi gusto nila quick, solid information in a few seconds. So,
Well,
yun yung kailangan nating matutunan din.
Paano tayo mag-fake news sa TikTok? Noted. No, nothing
Yes.
against TikTok is a good channel, but again, it's a very powerful mode of
It's
communication.
powerful, yeah.
Right? Diba? Sabi, but remember Spider-Man. No spoilers. This is the old Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. Right? And if you post something there that can get 1 million views without, and here's what I'm worried about. Without the other side getting a chance, right, to present their side, then I think that's wrong also. Kulang siya.
Yeah, but usually naman in the different channels talaga. And I think for the restaurant industry rin siguro kasi the way to answer a TikTok is via a TikTok also. So, but we're, of course, most of the industry are still getting into TikTok pa eh. So, mahirap lang talaga if you don't have your own channel. One-sided talaga mangyayari, di ba?
Yeah. So, well, I have nothing against TikTok. All I want to say is this. If you have a beef, you have a complaint against anything, service, the food, the quality in a restaurant, or any food service for that matter, Instagram food business, the best thing to do is contact them privately and then complain, give feedback, whether the negative or positive. That's what a classy person will do. That's how we're supposed to behave as mature human beings. Put your emotion aside for a minute and consider that every word that you speak, right? Every video that you post on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram has the potential of harm. Di ba? So maybe
Mhm.
hindi yun ang maybe hindi rin yung pakay nyo. That's not what you want to do. So be careful. Be careful when using
So,
it.
may conclusion na ba yan? Or after the apology letter? Or meron na that video is still there? What's the conclusion?
I think the video is still there. But yun nga eh.
Okay.
Di ba? Napaka one-sided ng video. Di ba? Tapos hindi naman lahat ng nakakabasa ng explanation ng Ninyo makakapunta doon sa yung nag-post ng video.
Yes.
Right? Or maybe the best thing to do is she can post that explanation, that open letter, that apology by Ninyo on her page also. That would be the fairest thing to do.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So
Agree.
TikTok, be careful with your use. Which brings
Okay.
us to another social media controversy.
Ito mas
our
bigger
friend.
ba to? Mas bigger yata
Of
to
course,
eh.
it's much bigger. It's much bigger.
Oo.
Number one, it improved.
Ano ba nangyari talaga? Sige, for people listening.
Let's give them a backgrounder. Anton, madali bang magluto ng lechon? Hindi.
Hindi,
Think of that.
sobrang
Think of that. Think of that.
Sobrang hirap. No.
Di ba? There are so many things that can go wrong when roasting a lechon. Whether it's a small lechon, a cochinillo, a 24-day-old piglet, or a massive 25-kilo lechon. Right? A full-grown pig. There's so many things that can go wrong. Di ba? Kung nagmamadali ka, ito kwento sa atin ni Dedet to, di ba? Dedet, the lechon diva, for the past decade, Anton, mula nung umpisa niyan, kinikwento niya sa atin lahat ng problema niya. Right? You remember one Christmas, marami siyang complaints, di ba? Dahil late yung mga lechon. So,
Yes.
lechon, you cannot rush a lechon. Di ba? You cannot rush the temperature of an oven. Pag yung oven mo, gamit na gamit, explain ko lang konti ha. Pag gamit na gamit yung oven mo, yung actual cooking temperature niya, dadagdagan mo pagpugon, umiinit lalo yan. So you have to keep a careful, watchful eye on the temperature. Pag masyadong mabilis ang luto mo, ano nangyayari? Nasusunog. Diba? So it doesn't get the proper temperature that would lead to that crackling, yung masyadong malutong, na sobrang sarap, na gusto natin. Ang nangyayari, or either that, minamadali mo yung luto ng lechon, undercooked. Hilaw, tapos hindi lumutong, so makunat. Yun yung problema. Add to that the fact that if you have not yet delivered in mass quantities, manghirap din i-compute ng travel time ng lechon. Diba? Remember si Dedet, nagsistress test pa yan. Ilang oras malutong yung lechon. Kung deliver ko mula Makati hanggang Fear. It took years eh. Now, here's what happened. Diba? If you've been watching, if you've been keeping a close look on social media the past 3 days, nabati ko si Marvin, Agustin, and Cochi. Yung kanyang, actually masarap eh. I've had it several times. So yung Cochi, yung cochinillo niya. And what happened very, very simply is they accepted too many orders. And then there was a perfect storm, a confluence of events. Medyo they lacked ovens. So ibang ovens, hindi nila gamay. So hindi gamay din yung pagkaluto. Kulang ng delivery. We all notice this, nung Pasko, ang hirap mag-book ng Grab. Unless you pick
hanggang
up
ngayon.
Diba?
Today, ang hirap.
And then, ayun, then yung lechon, so sa dami ng pigs, hindi mo rin ma-check lahat ng quality. Diba? So yun nangyari. So there were a lot of really late deliveries. And they had problems on their social media as well. So yung customer service nila, hindi nakaka-reply ng mabuti. Long story short, there were so many disappointed people because the lechons were either lacking quality or really bad delivery. Yun yung nangyari. Ang problema sa social media kasi, and this is what I think this is the root of the issue. Ang hirap kasi sa atin ngayon, ang instinct ng mga tao mag-complain sa social media tapos hindi ka naman kasali. Everyone has a voice now. This is more than a democracy. Ang nangyari hindi democracy, mob mentality. So parang kinuyog din, in all fairness to Marvin, Agustin and the Cochi people, alam nila nangyari, tinanggap nila yung pagkakamali nila, humingi sila ng pahintulot, at ngayon ginagawa nila ng kailangan para mapatubay naman yung kailangan gawin. No? So they will compensate, they're apologizing, but ang nangyayari sa social media, parang it's so toxic. Diba? Binubuli sila, minumura sila, lahat ng insulto, they're throwing on them. And for me, it's very simple. If you are not directly affected, or hindi mo naman alam, katulad ng isang comment, these pigs are coming from Vietnam daw, or sabi. No! Almost all the cochinilas here are imported from Spain. Diba? So, a stupid comment like that, then people will read it. People don't validate these days. Diba? So, sasabihin, di mo, sana mas Philippine pig na lang. Hindi, iba yung kwenta ng cochinilla natin. Diba? So, that's what's happening now. And, there was a hoof and mouth disease that affected us earlier this year. So, ang dami nangyari. But social media, and I think this is the real problem here, ang daming kumukuyog, ang daming may sinasabi, ang daming sasabi, hindi naman alam. In our industry, as well as in politics, there's so much fake news going around. And that's what happened. So, I think what Cochi is going to do, and Marvin, Agustin, they're going to do, they're going to have to bite the bullet. Parang mahal yung lechon, Mahal yung lechon.
Magkano ba?
You know how much it costs?
Magkano?
No,
7,000?
wala nang ganoon. All cochinitas are basically the same price range, 8 to 10,000 pesos. All.
Wow. Oh. So si Dedet, more than 10,000 na.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Around that level, 9,000. Sabi mo na average mo 9,000. I checked.
Average mo.
Without mentioning the other cochinillo, the really good ones, kaibigan din natin. Di ba? All of them are in that price range. 8 to 10,000 pesos. Mahal talaga yung cochinillo. Di ba? At saka mahirap yung pagkaluto niyan. It's a very delicate process. You can't just ask anyone there, nasa kanto, mag-ihaw ka na para paikutin yung lechon sa pit, sa char. It's not like that. It's
Pero
almost
I think the main issue rin is December 24 kasi yata nangyari, di ba? Tama ba or before?
No,
or
that's what exacerbated it. It happened December 24 and 25.
Oo, the main celebration, no?
Yep. So, ang daming pamilya nabitin yung Noche Buena.
Oo, nabitin talaga. Okay.
And if it happened to me, Sus Mariosep, I would really complain as well. Diba? Sasama talaga yung loob ko kasi hindi, parang 10,000 pesos, hindi malit na bagay yun, di ba?
Oo, hindi. And usually nga, iniipon ng mga tao yan, di ba? And then spend it on.
Yeah, exactly my point. Pinag-ipunan nila yan, tapos you're looking forward the whole year. What is the meal you look forward to most the whole year? It's Noche Buena. Tapos wala kang...
Pero may question ako. May question ako, Spank. So was this a question of accepting too much orders? Kasi, I mean, just a lesson also for other food entrepreneurs. Parang you have to cap it to a certain point, di ba?
It was. Very simply, it was. You in your mind, as an entrepreneur, dalawa rin kasi nagbabalance yan. Gusto mong bumawi. Kasi we had so many losses.
Gusto mong bumawi. Yes.
Gusto mong bumawi. Let's say that, gusto mong bumawi sa Pasko. And you're hoping against hope, lahat perfect world scenario, best case scenario lahat. It did not happen. Ang nangyari, puro worst case scenario, puro imperfect world. Lahat nagkapalpak sa oven, sa delivery, sa customer service, sa complaints, lahat nangyari. It's a lesson learned. Ako sinasabi ko lang, I've had a Cochi of Marvin. Actually, kasama ko si Marvin at a party nung December 23.
Wow, talaga?
Yeah. And we had Cochi. And randomly, he got one. No? It wasn't a special Cochi. It had a Cochi, so he got one. Natapos yung Cochi 6:30 kasi hindi pa peak nun. Wala pa naman maraming order ng December 23. So
wala.
we
24 talaga, 24, 25 talaga.
So December 23, nag-message pa siya sa akin, 6:30 matatapos yung Cochinillo. So dumating siya mga 7:30. So it's lovely. It's perfect. Kaya yung review ko, sabi ko, ang sarap nito ah. Parang dedek levels ah. Sobrang crisp ng skin, sobrang good quality. Tapos yung the meat itself was super tender. And since it's a young pig, it was almost milky. Ang galing. It's a beautiful, beautiful Cochinillo. One of the best I've had. And ang problema, yung timing mali. Kasi nung when I posted it, I didn't know that there was this fiasco that happened.
Talaga? You
Oh!
posted it?
Oh, I posted because I felt so happy with it, and then the hour I posted, lumabas na yung balita. So pati yung post ko, sa Let's Eat Pare pa,
Nangyari.
para yun, pinati ko yung nangyari. So we had to take it down because
Nangyari.
it was too toxic. It was too toxic. So my post is still up. I'm not going to delete my post on my page, no? But I just explained there na, alam mo, masama talaga yung nangyari. Pero siguro, it's not even in the spirit of Christmas, right? Masama talaga yung nangyari, but nagpapahintulot na yung tao, si Marvin. And he'll do all he can naman para to compensate you, to make up for this really, really massive mistake. So pagbigyan natin ng konti, di ba? Tapos kung di kayo directly affected, maybe don't bully the guy anymore, di ba? So my final line more there was, don't kick a man when he's down. Di ba? I don't think Marvin slept for 2 days or maybe up to now. Sa sama ng loob. You're so guilty. Can you imagine the weight? The weight on his shoulders na parang like 100 or more Filipino families nasira yung Noche Buena, nasira yung reunion. Dahil sa, it's really heartbreaking, di ba? Nakaka-depress yun. So let's give a guy a chance, to compensate, to make up for it. We're not giving excuses for Marvin. He's his own man. He is a chef. He's gone through the process. Tapos yun na, ang dami sinasabi, artista ka lang. Parang hindi. ISCAM graduate yan eh. Di ba? Sinasabi, baguhan ka. No, he's had sumo-sang for like a decade. He's part of Wolfgangs. So he's a restaurateur. He knows what he's doing. But this one was really just it was a snafu, di ba? Parang ano to, situation normal, all fucked up. Yun yung nangyari. So pagbigyan, yun lang. Pag ganun yung nangyari, siguro pagbigyan natin, di natin naman kailangang kalimutan yung nangyari, but don't bully the guy. Don't troll the guy. Don't use your Facebook or social media or TikTok as a pulpit to abuse or to promote cancel culture. That's not right. That's not right. He will bounce back. It will be a difficult process, but he's learned a lesson. That's the hardest lesson he'll ever learn.
Oh, that's the hardest lesson. I'm sure he'll really bounce back from that, and it's a good baptism of fire. But my heart goes to all the families na na-affected.
Oo,
of course.
Talaga, I think.
Hirap rin talaga yan. Hirap. I'm sure they're still talking about it now. Hirap
ano yan? Hindi mo na makakalimutan kasi kung Anton, sa bahay, wala naman akong hinanda dito, di ba? Kung hindi dumating yung main dish ko, ang kakainin ko spam at corned beef. Nothing wrong with that, but it's fucking Christmas, di ba? So,
and a lot of people just met this year also, di ba?
No, exactly, di ba? So 2 years kayo hindi nakita ng Pasko, ay meron akong kutsinilyo, hinihiwa to, plato yung ginagamit, di ba? Parang, sa TikTok na naman sumikat yan eh. Di ba? Tapos, I feel bad, yung may lola, di ba? Or ikaw, anak ka, pinag-ipunan mo to, tapos, nakuha mo yung lechon late, nakuha mo makunat.
Oo nga. Pero ang hirap nga ng lechon kasi complicated ng process. Paano kaya yung mga iba? Yung iba naman yata okay, di ba? Like si Monique, kamusta ba yung mga cakes mo? Ang dami mong cakes
Walang problema.
Lechon
alam mo, walang problema yung hamon, walang problema yung roast beef. Lechon kasi ang unang hinahanap mo sa lechon yung lutong. Yung lutong talaga. The minute, we're all obsessed with the skin. Pag wala yung lutong, wala na. Kahit masarap yung belly, yung sa tenga, wala. It's lutong. The minute you get a lechon that's not malutong, lahat kayo sisimangon na ng konti, masama na yung loob mo. Pinakamasama yung loob yung bumili ng lechon.
Alright, to the families, our heart goes out to you, and of course to Marvin also. Hopefully, we'll bounce back.
We wish you all a Merry Christmas, and hopefully it won't happen again.
Yeah. Hopefully
And
it
I'm
won't
pretty sure
happen
you
this
will.
year.
Cochi will make up for this. Diba?
Oo.
So yung mga na lang,
Alright.
wag na kayong masyadong wag tayong masyadong, yun lang, Anton, Christmas message, wag tayong masyadong toxic sa social media.
Mm.
Hinay-hinay lang. Kasi may iba pang chef, pare, kwento ko na to. May iba pang chef
Oh.
sa Let's Eat, pare, na post ko. Ang ginawa nila, nako, ang mahal niyan. Mag-order na kayo sa akin. Para dinagay pa yung mga links nila. Di ba? Instead of
Take advantage of the
they took full advantage. For me, as lahat tayo magkakapatid sa industriya, dapat naintindihan mo yan. At saka alam niyan, kung chef ka, alam mo, mahirap magluto ng lechon. It's such a process. So sana hindi na kayo sumakay. Di ba? Delete na lang. May mga nag-delete naman.
May nag-delete naman. Alright. Ang eventful pala ng Christmas. Christmas.
Oo! Hindi, pati kahapon, sabit ako di ba? Kasi Let's Eat, pare, has like what? 500,000
Sumabit
members?
ka.
1 million? Kausap ko si Mark. Di ba? Mark De Lozada, the founder of Let's Eat, pare. And we were monitoring the comments. Sabi ni Mark, Spax, masyado ng bad vibes. Sabi, I agree, Mark. So, anong gawin natin? Let's just put down the post na lang. Because ginagawa talagang in-abuse lang yung comment section para lang tirahin. Tsaka hindi na hindi na sa business, hindi na sa, para argumento ad hominem na. Direct attacks to the person. Mahirap yung ganun, di ba? Hindi na responsible.
Mahirap.
Yeah. So we took down the post on Let's Eat, pare. So thank you, Mark De Losario, for supporting us and being very mature about this. Very good job. Okay. Pag-usapan natin itong awards natin. Ano ba itong awards natin?
Siguro backgrounder lang. The choice.
So we've had the choice for like 4 or 5 years, Anton, di ba? And when we put up the choice, I think that was 2013 or 2014. It was really that. Kasi MBKRS, from Ines and Leon, are really good friends, Manila's Best Kept Restaurants Secrets, went on hiatus and did not have their awards giving body for a couple of years. So he said, if MBKRS is an award giving body that's voted on by chefs and restaurateurs, and we need something probably to differentiate ourselves, parang People's Choice Awards. And that's exactly what it is. It's a People's Choice Award that instead of having restaurateurs, restaurant owners, chefs voting for their favorites, ang boboto mga tao. So actually siya, so People's Choice Awards talaga siya. So yun ang ginawa namin. So we had a choice and we didn't expect it to be that big. And it was, we didn't really know that it would become that prestigious as well. And what happened was, we had our Hall of Fame awards, like, for example, Mary Grace. And it got big. Parang naging na siya. Golden Globe Awards, parang Oscar. So every year, people would look forward to it. And it became a source of pride for Anton and I as well. Anton?
Yes. And
remember, saan yung last choice awards natin?
So usually we would hold it sometimes together with the Ultimate Taste Test. The last one was in SM Aura, di ba? That's our pinaka last
SMX.
one.
SMX. It was big. And our keynote speaker was none other than Asia's best female chef, Gaita Forrest.
Gaita Forrest.
So it became really big. But obviously 2020, hindi tayo nakapag...
And siguro ang key, yun nga, ang focus natin are the favorites, no? The people's favorites. So we would usually also do, so ang process natin no, na we'll have our foodie friends shortlist the choices, diba, of the favorites. So we'll, all our friends, we ask them about the category. And then there's a public voting on who the winners are. But obviously for this year, and last year, wala tayo niya, no? The restaurants are just going back. So we're doing a year-ender and doing the choice, the choice of Spanky and the choice of Anton, essentially.
So tayo na itong dalawa.
Tayong dalawa.
But this is based on our exposure to the industry, not only to the restaurants, but also to all the entrepreneurs, especially that we just had our Ultimate Taste Test just a couple of weeks ago. And what we want to do here really is this. we are not calling this the best of because for me, paano kung magkaka-best of, hindi mo naman natikman lahat? Di ba? Numero uno. Pangalawa, paano kung magkaka-best of, karamihan naman for most of the year. For long stretches, sarado yung mga restaurant. Di ba? Ang daming hindi nakapagbukas na restaurant, ang dami nagsarado. It's been a weird, 21 months now, no? So, ang ginawa na natin para simple, we are just going to tell you today, for the Choice 2021, our favorites, based on our experience and based on our own personal taste test of our favorites, the truly deserving food entrepreneurs and restaurants that are going to win this year. Wala tayong certificate, wala tayong trophy this year, wala tayong medalya, wala tayong but I guess it's still a good honor because we have tried so much and been lucky and fortunate enough to be able to meet all of these people. But now we're going to tell you our favorites, which we feel are the most deserving and the most deserving of your patronage as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we do this? May order ka. Buksan ko na yung file ko.
Sige. So, but so ang criteria natin dito, we should have tried it, of course. That's why they are our favorites. And one of our intent is just to share, to a lot of people because a lot of people are looking for new ideas also in 2022 and as we try to go out. So these are our favorites this year and the choice for 2022. So let's start.
We start with from the bottom up siguro or para siguro we start from the bottom up.
Ikaw, go.
Sige, baliktad natin. Binubuksan na yung word file ko. So, let's first, ang una nating award is Best Bar. Kasi ngayon nagbukas yung mga bar para tagal nagsarado ng mga bar, di ba?
Oo. Ako, wala akong bar na napuntahan ng pandemic. So, sa ito, Saki. Wala akong bar na
alam nyo,
napuntahan.
yung mga bar talagang hirap na hirap, no? Because, again, the reason why the bars were the first to close and the last to open again. Simply because when you're drinking, at one point, you forget your social distancing. Diba? You start hugging people, you start kissing people, and bars are normally dark and small and closed spaces. So even now, no, some of the bars are still having a hard time opening. They have converted to restaurants. But for me, my favorite bar is one that has just reopened. And you'll also notice it's back, no? And karamihan kasi, alam mo, Anton, no, our Choice Awards for a long time, meron tayong, very prestigious hotel classification, hotel awards. Wala tayong hotel awards ngayon. Obviously, the biggest hotels have been closed. And right now, they're just opening up for some very strict hotels. But our favorite bar is located in one such hotel. My favorite bar. It's the Gilarmi Lounge. Have you been to the Gilarmi Lounge in Discovery Crimea?
Of course. Oo,
right.
favorite na yan during the pre-pandemic. But I haven't been back though. Ano ba? Is it open to the public or?
It's now open to the public and it's open not just as a bar, but for me, the number one gin and tonic bar in the Philippines. Diba?
Yes.
Remember their offer? They had this 3 or 4 hour, 5 to 8 or 5 to 9 p.m. gin and tonic, GNT all you can. And the GNTs would be prepared by none other than one of Manila's or the Philippines' best bartenders, Lennon Aguilar. So sobrang sarap talaga. And now, it's back. So you've got the best tonics. Hindi lang ito, hindi nakalata na tonic water to. You've got all of your favorite tonic waters. You've got a selection of maybe 100 gins from all over the world. 100. So from the floral to the lime and everything, all of these things. And you can have all of them, your choice, for 1,800 for 3 hours.
Wow.
Bahala ka na. So, bilis sa uminom. Diba? Okay. And it's in a beautiful setting. Discovery Primea's Gilarmi Lounge is one of the most beautiful bars in the Philippines. And I highly recommend if you're a gin and tonic person, you avail of this offer. Tapos nandun pa si Lennon. So si Lennon, sasabi mo, Lennon, ang gusto ko, parang Beatles inspired.
Yeah. Nandun pa rin si Lennon. Ang galing, ha?
Lennon's there, of course. And Lennon, when I remember this, sabi ko, Lennon, gusto ko Beatles inspired. So of course, his name is Lennon. He's a big fan of John Lennon. Ginawa niya akong Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Yun.
Sobrang sarap.
Yun.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds na may dami na nagay na hindi siya LSD pero nakaka-high. Sobrang galing nila. So, my favorite bar, the Guillermo Lounge at Discovery Primera. The choice for 2021.
Question lang. Kasi a lot of people know Discovery Premier as a quarantine hotel. So hindi na ba siya quarantine hotel or people are allowed to go there? Paano bang status?
The bar is open.
So the bar is open. People can go.
Tapinad is open. Flame is open. So the restaurants are open. I'm not sure if they're open for staycations, but all the F&B outlets are now open to the public. Safely.
All right. Yeah. Yan ang hinihintay ko magbukas eh.
At saka just to emphasize, for the hotels that are still serving part of a quarantine market, di ba? Iba yung elevator nila. There's a wall that separates all of these people checking in from abroad, flying in back to the Philippines, whether expats or returning overseas workers or balikbayas back from vacation. Ibang elevator yan. So hindi sila naghahalo-halo talaga. So you're safe. Okay?
That's good. That's good clarification. Congrats, Army Lounge for...
Ikaw, anong next natin? Favorite European? Meron ka ba?
Favorite European. So, my favorite European is actually home-based food entrepreneur. No? So, we have what we call Smithfield's Kitchen. Have you tried this? Smithfield?
No.
Favorite
Tell me about it.
So the Smithfield's Kitchen specializes on British-inspired recipes.
Wow.
So we got really interested with beef Wellington. No, they started with beef Wellington. I'll share the screen. No, so they started with beef Wellington. Alam mo naman, beef Wellington is really hard to savor at home. No, are you seeing the screen?
It's hard kasi the pastry component is something that you have to take care of.
Oo, tsaka pag let's say for example, in order mo siya na luto, then you eat it at home, you don't get that beef Wellington experience. I remember eating this in London. Talagang you have to cut it, 'di ba? Dapat puffy, crispy yung pastry layer. So what Smithfield Kitchen did is they architected beef Wellington na frozen na when you're ready to eat it, mo lang ilalagay mo sa oven and then it's served, no? And then of course the first time we did it, ang hirap syempre if you're not familiar with your oven, paano yung medium, no? Yung ganyang itsura. Minsan kasi you can overcook it. But once they engineered the cooking process na to simplify it. From the freezer, you put it in the oven, then ginawa nila ng temperature and easy. So they started with the beef Wellington. Then meron silang salmon and kraut. They started with salmon. Sarap rin ng salmon with pastry. Ganun din, frozen. And then recently, they had this meat pie. Para meat pie with bread. So lahat siya frozen. So you could actually literally, like if you wanted to do a special occasion, keep it on the freezer. They give it to you. It's cooked frozen. But when it's ready, mga 1 hour cooking time in the oven, you get to experience like one of the iconic London dishes. No, either the beef Wellington or
how is the crust after you pop it in the oven?
Crispy actually, really crispy. So walang problema din tsaka puffy siya, crispy. Walang problem yung crust eh. Kasi from the freezer to the oven, it will crisp talaga, 'di ba? So it's more of yung getting this red, getting this medium finish, ito yung mahirap. Kasi nga minsan na-overcook mo. Pag na-overcook mo kasi it looks brown eh.
Correct.
Pero masarap pa rin. It's very tender. Galing ng chef na nag-engineered nito for home experiences.
Sino yung chef? Is he Brit?
No. They worked in internationally, and then he's known. I forgot the chef name, but the chef is one of the partners in Smithfield Kitchen. So it's a family. Kaya ang galing. Especially for special celebrations. Kasi ngayon, diba, it's either beef Wellington or turkey. Nag-iiba yung ano rin duck, ganyan. Nag-iiba yung mga celebration main dishes at home. And then, you don't get ito nga yung issue with the lechon, diba? Kasi you have to cook it perfectly. Ito, you already have this at home, you have this in the freezer, and then you cook it siguro mga 1 hour before the main dish. So you controlled everything, di ba?
So medyo medyo foolproof na, no? So you have of course it's a quality product, good protein, excellent pastry, and then it's up to you na lang. Just follow the instructions for cooking it at least, or baking it in the oven, and you'll get it perfectly.
Pop it in the oven niya.
Saan sila based?
In Manila. It's in Manila. They are in Manila. So meron sila yung bourguignon pot pie, salmon and kraut, still available. But usually yung beef Wellington yung hottest nila medyo na ano rin to. Marami nag-order dito. They usually are fully booked also. Pero yun, ang hirap kasi beef Wellington.
I'll contact them kasi ang pinakamahirap hanapin na British staple sa Pilipinas is haggis.
Oh.
You've had haggis, right? It's probably one of Scotland's national foods, which basically their sisig, kaya lang it's made from sheep's organs and all the nasty bits. Sana makagawa sila ng haggis. Oo.
Yan. Yan ang mga... Sige, i-challenge mo sila.
No,
kasi
if they're listening now, ano pa nga, Smithfield?
Smithfield Kitchen.
Smithfield Kitchen, I am throwing you a challenge. I want haggis. As authentic as you can make it. Diba? I love haggis. It's a crazy food, but I love it, man. Tapos, naka-single malt ka na makalan na 12.
Diba? Single malt ka and whiskey. Parang
give me haggis, Smithfield Kitchen. Right. I'm glad you mentioned that. Sige. Okay, ako favorite European ko.
Anong favorite European?
Kilala ba si Marco Batirevich?
Of course! Marco! Si Marco. I remember our first meet up after the lockdowns were in Marco's.
Okay, Marco... for those listening who may not be familiar with our friend Marco, he used to be a green archer. He was imported from Serbia by the De La Salle Green Archer team. And then he played for a couple of seasons. And then nagkaroon siya ng, I think, ACL ang what ended his career. Then Marco loved the Philippines so much, he decided to stay. And his first business, and up to now his main business, is serving the food of his homeland, Eastern Europe. Okay, he's from Serbia. And they're wonderful, landlocked area sila. Wala silang dagat. So walang isda dito unless you're lake. So what they have is a lot of really luscious and decadent meat carnivore dishes. Carnivorous talaga. And they have weird names like Pachocalica, di ba? Chicken batak. Yun yung mga, and they're really, really good. And iba yung lasa nila. Kasi iba yung spice mix. And then Marco has really become a good cook. So it's always perfectly cooked. No? I live far from Dobro. Dobro now is, they're located on the outskirts of BGC. They deliver very quickly. And I still get my food, especially the chicken batak. It's beautifully barbecued. And I still get warm after 45 minutes or an hour. One of my favorite European restaurants is Dobro, D-O-B-R-O, Delta Oscar, Bravo Roger Oscar. The food of the Balkans, Eastern. Wala silang. I'm not familiar with any other restaurant that serves the kind of food they serve. They taste very different. They're as opposite from your British staples as British food is as different from Japanese food. Ganon kaiba siya. So Dobro would be my favorite European restaurant or takeout joint. Diba? Kasi pwede kumain doon pero isa lang yung natin table ni Marco diba?
Tapos, meron siya sa taas Private room sa taas minsan.
Yung VIP room.
May
Ayoko
VIP
doon,
room.
no? May karaoke doon. Nakamamaya ang ginagawa ni Marco doon. And then the other favorite of mine is, this is where I go most of the time for, actually, my favorite beer house pala to eh. Kung may favorite bar ako, that would be Guillermo Lounge in Primea. If I have a favorite beer house, al fresco, ha? Broadside.
Of
Obviously,
course, our
it's
friend
also a
from
German restaurant, but from the very start, ang pinaka-stricto sa protocol, si Marvin, yung may-ari. Marvin Ang, thank you for taking care of us. Even though with the difficulties in importing beer, you always have the freshest beer, the most beautiful beers, no? The authentic beers from Munich. They're always there. So my favorite European beer house, and of course, really good food, no, from Chef Ivan, is Broadside. And my favorite European takeout joint with a VIP room on the top, Dobro by Marco. Okay,
Yon. All right.
what's our next?
Anong
Ikaw
next?
muna. Ano tayo sa
Nasa listahan.
American.
Okay. Ako yung American. There's not a lot of American, but recently, really more of a rediscovery. No, one of the things that we love to do now is travel out. No, I think a lot of people are really traveling out. So we're based in Laguna. We're traveling to Caliraya, to Real Quezon, to
Oh, so you're
Las
going
Valles.
south, exploring, yeah.
We're going further south, no?
Mm.
Ang dami ng mga places doon na alfresco, maganda, ang dami mga development, the restaurant is developing. Now, halfway in our destination, ang pinaka masarap na stopover or pass by, hindi yung mga Jollibee, hindi mga McDo. It's this place called Ted's Kitchen. Pare, sarap nung mga American fare nila. The baby back ribs, the fried chicken, lahat talaga, yung Ted's Kitchen. Kung mapupunta kayo
San Pablo sila, Ted, di ba?
Santa Cruz, Laguna. And of
Santa
course,
Cruz, okay.
they're run by Chef Day Salonga.
Of
And the
course.
cakes by Jel Salonga. Pero yun talagang alam mo na, appreciate ko talaga yung mga American food. No? It's parang American diner. Eh. And they have a big space there for, alfresco dining, etc. But, going to the Laguna area of, enjoying the buko pie, espasol, etc. And then you have this Ted's Diner in the
No,
middle
I've
of
never
your
been.
travel.
Can you paint a picture? What does it look like? Does it look like a diner? Or, ano yung tsura niya?
No,
It's a
it's like
restaurant.
a small, it's really a small shack, no? Parang it's a small shack. May nakasulat na Ted's Diner. And because of the protocols, dati kasi nandun lang sa loob eh. So mga 10 tables yun. Because of the protocols, they're not using inside anymore. They're using outside. So they actually live there also. So it's a whole compound. There's an events venue at the back. Then they actually have a parang B&B place also at the back. But ang nangyari, during the pandemic, people kept stopping over and then dun kumakain, dun sa outside. And remember Jel Salonga, di ba? Siya nagpauso ng tampipi with his cheesecake bibingka. Siya nagpauso. The bibingka cheesecake. Nagkaroon ng tampipi and doon nagsimula yung tampipi craze in that area, no? Ginamit na sa pizza and other
tampipi,
things. But
Anton, is that the Philippine raspberry? Ganun ba yun? Yun ba yun?
No, it's like parang lalagyan siya. Parang lalagyan siya.
Okay.
Tampipi, parang basket made in Laguna na ginagamit. So, unang ginamit yun ni Jel sa bibingka niya, cheesecake bibingka.
The award-winning bibingka cheesecake.
The award-winning. Binay mo, on that halfway through, just imagine going to Caliraya. May masarap pa na mga cakes, no? From cheesecakes to whatever. Ang daming ginagawa ni Jel na cakes doon. And then you have that American diner place, no? Ted's. Now, of course, Ted's has been there for a while. But I think a lot of people are just discovering it now, no? Because of people traveling in that area.
Yeah,
and
they never really traveled before.
They never really traveled before.
Good for Day.
So we should go there.
Good for Day, good for Jel, and most of all, huwag natin kalimutan ang ating si Dino Datu.
Oh, of course, si Dino Dato.
Lover boy, Dino Datu, chef
Lover
also.
boy.
Mm,
Of course, si
yung
Lover
ultimate taste
Boy.
test love story niya, di ba? Doon yung unang niligawan si Joel.
Ah, Lover
Okay.
Boy Dino Dato. Alright,
Ako,
ikaw.
simple lang. Ang favorite American ko kasi never ko na-discover to before until one day I was going home. Kinatid ko si Jerry San Miguel sa bahay, di ba? So usually, when I bring Jerry home, we're coming from a bar like Broadside. So medyo tipsy na kami. And gutom ako di ba? Pag lasing ka, gusto mo ng recovery food. You want something hot and oily. So there's a mini stop right after Jerry's house or Jerry's condo. And for the first time in my life, natikman ko yung Uncle John's fried chicken. Have you tried that?
Hunger Chance. Ano, Southern Fried Chicken ba ang
No,
style?
yeah, it's the famous mini stop fried chicken. Have you tried it?
No, I haven't tried it.
It's the
Yeah.
best. It's like one of the best fried chickens in the country. Alam mo ko bakit ako tumigil? The day
Bakit?
before, si Albert Cuenca ng Albert Steakhouse, Metronome, was listing down his favorite fried chickens. Nasa top 3, Uncle John's fried chicken. So it's stuck in my mind. Sabi ko, the next time I go to a mini stop, Albert is one of the country's finest gourmets, right? And one of the country's best restaurateurs. Pare, pagpasok ko sa mini stop, tama-tama, walang tao, no? Dahil mga 9 o'clock na. Bagong luto yung fried chicken. Pagpasok sa mini stop, pare, umaalingaw yung the aroma of
Bakit
fried
Uncle
chicken.
John's? Bakit Uncle John's?
Eh, yun ang gusto nilang pangalan eh. Yun ang gusto nilang
Yung pangalan?
That's their brand, Uncle John. Para hindi lang mini stop fried chicken. So, kunyari, branding nila si Uncle John.
Okay.
Parang parang Betty Crocker. It's an invented name.
Pero it's available on that mini stop lang.
All
Or-
mini stops. All. Yan ang
mini
number one
stop.
item nila. Diba? So, pareho tayo eh. Diba? We were not really this is a fast food fried chicken. Guys, it's one of the best fried chickens in the country. Mini stop.
Wow.
Lalo na pag nasa neighborhood yung mini stop, kaibiganin nyo yung mga nagtatrabaho doon. Sabi niya, text mo ko pag bagong luto yung fried chicken, yung Uncle John's.
Oo, pag bagong luto, di ba?
You go there, they will say, and you can choose. You can choose your breast piece, your wing, or your thigh. It's absolutely one of the best fried chickens ever. So thank you, Albert, for recommending it. And mini stop, it's been an open secret for years now. Ngayon ko na-discover. So my favorite American food of 2021, I know it's a bit late, but it's mini stops Uncle John's fried chicken. Guys, the best. The best.
Okay.
Pag lumamig
Sige,
na, pag
we'll try
lumamig na
that.
lang. Pag lumamig, initin niyo sa air fryer. 350 for 3 minutes.
Okay. Ayos. Okay,
Oh,
anong
ikaw.
next?
Next natin is, after American, is Chinese.
Okay, ako, for Chinese, we haven't really gone out a lot for the Chinese laureate these days, no? Even the family and race, parang all the celebrations are at home, di ba? But siguro this year, one of our discoveries is we have the Saturday Goose. Na-try mo na ba to?
Social ka naman. San yan?
Hindi, ano lang to, home, so they deliver lang on a weekend, and then it's a Hong Kong, I'll share the photo with you, para makita mo. Hong Kong roast duck. Yan.
Okay.
The
I'm looking at
Saturday
it also.
Goose. The Saturday Goose. So they deliver whole roasted goose, no, at your home. Now, hindi nila sinasabi kung saan galing, sino yung chef, pero masarap.
Let's just clarify for the listeners, gusto, hindi duck.
Oo, goose to, hindi duck.
So
Hindi duck.
mahal yan.
Yeah. Tapos meron silang congee. They have congee recently. So nag-evolve din yung menu nila sa Chinese. And they started this year.
No,
The Saturday Goose.
How much is it?
Ito.
Okay na naman magsabi ng presyo. Baka sabi ng DTI, hindi natin sabi yung presyo.
3.5.
Oh, yan. Oh, that's a fair price. That's a
Yeah.
fair price. Yeah, whole roast goose, 3.5 with all
Whole
the
road.
premium.
So,
Pwede yan. Pwede.
ganda ng packaging niya, oh. Tingnan mo yung packaging niya. Meron siyang December packaging. So ito, yeah. For those looking for a special for their celebration, ito, Hong Kong roast goose by the
Ah.
Saturday Goose. Yeah.
No, I want that. Again, goose, for those listening, mas mahal ang goose sa duck. Di ba? Pag nagpupunta ako Hong Kong, pare, for days, ang kinakain ko lang goose. It's more succulent. It's less
Tsaka
gamey.
mataba. Medyo mataba yung ano niya.
It's
May
fatter.
taba under the skin.
It's richer. Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay
So
yan.
you can have it chopped or deliver whole, tapos ikaw na lang mag-chop. Ako, gusto namin china-chop. Sarap eh. On your own. But you can have it chopped, of course.
That's a fair price. Kasi naalala ko pa yan. Nung huli ako nag-Hong Kong, ang hand carry ko palagi, ting nag-Hong Kong ako, goose. Bibili ako doon sa mga Michelin star or whatever, no, sa Hong Kong. Hindi presyo, pag compute mo sa peso, mga 3,000 din. That's a good price. That's a really good price.
That's a good price.
And it's a big, the regular goose, di ba? Parang ilang araw mo kakainin yan.
Malaki. Pero kung marami kayo, isang araw na.
Kung marami kayo. Kung Casa Diaz yan, isang hapunan lang yun. Well, I just have to listen. Kamustahin ko lang si
Pero
Uncle
syempre,
George.
sold out na sila. Yes?
No, I just want to say hi to Uncle George of Ricos Lechon. He's listening. And,
yes, Uncle George.
Sabi ni Uncle George po, Spanks, yung Uncle John's is actually a brainchild of John Gokong Wei. Kaya pala Uncle John.
Uncle John.
And of course, it's, URC, Ravina Corporation, so nandun sila sa mini stop. Guys, it's really good. Uncle John Gokong Wei.
Uncle John! So we should try that, ha? Thanks for the tip, ha?
Yeah, thanks for the lesson, Uncle George. And
thank you.
Si Uncle George kasi, he just opened this beautiful restaurant in Mandaue. Parang showcase restaurant ng Ricos Lechon. Nung pagdating ng Odette, brand new siguro. It's open for 2 weeks. Medyo major damage, no? But he's gonna open again. And he wrote something very beautiful on his post, no? That we're very new and we don't even have and he really made an effort. It's the most beautiful lechon restaurant in Cebu. Beautiful. You go to their page.
Talaga?
Oo, tapos dumating si Odette within 2 weeks, no? So, sira-sira ngayon, but he said we'll bounce back. This is a setback, but we have survived worse. And we look forward to opening again to serve to the public. Diba? Kasi nahirapan talaga lahat ang mga kababayan natin dahil sa Odette, no? And brand new restaurant. So Uncle George, thank you, and we wish you more power. And
Uncle George,
I'm sure you'll bounce back. So thank you for the update. Uncle John Gokong Wei. Now we know. Uncle John Gokong Wei.
Kaya pala. Okay. Ano kaya sikreto nun? Okay, sige.
It's just good fried chicken, alam mo, good fried chicken, simple lang yan. Masarap yung balat, malutong siya palagi, and the meat is tender and tasty. Para ito yung type na, remember the old sarap to the bones of Max? It's sarap to the bones. You just want to eat every part of it. It's so good.
Okay.
Alright,
next.
My favorite Chinese restaurant is wala, loyal ako sa King
Of
Chef.
course.
Of course.
Of course.
Alam na nga, pag tumatago sa King Chef, Sir Spanky, anong order mo? Crispy duck wontons, yang chow, sweet and sour pork, at saka hot shrimp salad.
Ikaw pala dapat sabihin ko kay Yugi, sabihin mo kay ang Ninong Spanky, magpa-Chinese naman siya. Yun.
Para King Chef Laureate, kahit show my all you can.
Yun.
Yugi. Yeah, King Chef for me, it's where I order. My mom loves it. I just ordered kasi after Christmas, di ba, parang sama na tayo sa rich food. Nag-order ng sweet and sour pork. My mom, who's a very picky eater, di ba? Gourmet yung mommy ko. Alam mo, sarap talaga ng sweet and sour pork ng King Chef. Consistent. I think it's consistency. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing ultra special. It's very basic Chinese cuisine, but very well done, very well cooked, and consistently excellent. Galing King Chef. So, happy Christmas to Marites and Mike. Thank you for leading us through the pandemic talaga. Okay,
Yes. Alright. Anong next?
next natin is favorite cloud kitchen.
Okay, so ito, hindi kami masyado nag-order ng Cloud Kitchen. Hindi
Hindi
umaabot
ka.
sa Laguna.
Hindi pala
Hindi
maabot
umaabot.
sa probinsya. Sorry.
Hindi umaabot. Okay.
Oh, I'm not sure if I can see it. It's but my favorite item, my favorite food from a cloud kitchen is the Beyond Meat Burger by Chef Carlo Miguel. Alam mo si
Kay
Carlo?
Chef Carlo.
Carlo is like,
Actually, na-interview ko nga siya about the Cloud Kitchen niya eh. Ang galing nga eh, actually. But I have to bring it down kasi masyadong maraming na-share yata si ano doon. But
marami
gusto ko
ano,
na tingnan eh.
matutuwa
Marami
yung
siyang na-share na
competitors.
secrets. Pero ang galing ng Cloud Kitchen concept niya and in-explain niya kasi. And yun nga yung burger. Sige, ano bang ano sa
Well,
burger?
first of all, the cloud kitchen is called 24/7 Eats, no? So you can find it on IG and FB. Order from them, and I think they're in Food Panda or Grab, no one of those. And Carlos always been known as maybe arguably for me and for Richie, he's like the burger master of the Philippines. So no surprise
Burger Master, for sure.
when he said, I'm gonna make a plant-based burger using Beyond Meat from the States. Pare, if I give you a burger, blind taste test, I will not tell you, Anton, this is made from plant-based components. You will not be able to tell the difference. You just tell me, Spanks, this is one of the best burgers I've had in a long time. Even I cut it crosswise, nakita mo yung cross-section, pare, it looks exactly like a beautiful quarter pounder burger. Ang sarap. It will really, I won't say the word fool you now, kasi yung plant-based now is so common. No? One of the greatest food trends next year will be plant-based. And it will really convince you that healthy eating or less beef, because there's so many issues regarding beef now, no, sa farming community and regarding all the gases they release into the atmosphere. So all of these things, no, ang plant-based natin will just this Christmas alone, ang dami ko natikman na plant-based, but the one that really sticks, the one that really gives me a lot of late at night when I think about it is the Beyond Meat Burger of Chef Carlo Miguel. You can order it now. No, you can order it now at 24/7 Eats. Just log on to Food Panda or wherever they're available, or just look at their IG.
Chef Carlo.
24/7 Eats. Sarap.
Burger Master. The Burger Master.
Okay.
Alright.
Meron ka bang Wala kasi akong favorite Korean. Meron ka ba favorite Korean?
Actually, yun nga, inaano ko rin kay Rich no isang this year, wala kami nakain Korean. Although we wanted to try, Soban had this, parang do it at home, no? Pero kasi wala kami yung griller ng Korean eh. Kaya hindi namin lang na-try. But, yeah, I think wala kami na-try na Korean this year.
Kasi ang mahirap sa atin, hindi tayo lumalabas naman. And obviously,
hindi tayo kasi lumalabas.
You don't want to, kasi ang pinaka-crowded na restaurants are the samgyeopsal restaurants.
Oo, the samgyeopsal. Madaming tao.
Madaming tao lahat, kahit saan. Kahit saan probinsya sa amin, sa Pampanga, na itong samgyeopsal restaurant, puno palagi. And if you're very careful about social distancing and being around other people, maybe you shouldn't go. So what the solution is you buy your own griller, a flat grill, electric grill, and buy ingredients na lang. And most restaurants will be able to sell pati yung gulay, yung kimchi, gochujang. So all of this will be there, no? And I order from a restaurant, my favorite restaurant. Hindi ako nagda-dine in muna sa kanila kasi maraming tao palagi. CCYG sa Tomas Morato. Masarap yung timpla talaga. CCYG. It's a Korean franchise and they're doing very well. And they really suffered, no? Si Jose Sacramento yung may-ari. Binansagad ko ng celebrity restaurant yung CCYG niya kasi lahat ng mga nung bukas pa yung Channel 2, ngayon yung mga Channel 7, doon siya kasi sa Morato area. Doon nagdadagsaan palagi. And lahat doon, pati yung mga Bold Star, sila Rosana Roses, kumakain doon. So, if you want to see all of those dancers, sexy stars, makakatuwa si Jose sa CCYG. Pero kung yun yung pumunta ngayon kasi maraming tao palagi sa mga samgyeopsal restaurant, you can order their kits. They're very reasonably priced. They deliver. And you can just use your own griller and you'll have the whole experience safely at home.
Yes, and actually, so we've been traveling, di ba, din mga different destination. Alam mo, favorite na niluluto ng iba is this Korean samgyeopsal, ah. So, nagkakamping sila, tapos Korean samgyeopsal. Kaya gusto kong bumili ng ng parang griller talaga eh. Not only at home, but when you travel. It's very easy.
Parang yung griller is very cheap, ah. It's like $1,000 or maybe less. So, parang mura-mura yan, lalo sa Lazada or sa Shopee.
Yeah, it's one of those things na
you actually have to be very careful kasi mabilis siya uminit.
Hindi,
so,
yun niya. Patay ka na patay.
So, yun lang, be very careful using any appliance with a heating element, especially if you have kids, nasa harap nila. Mamaya makalimutan, madikit yung daliri nila doon. It's a third degree.
Correct, right? Diba?
So be careful. But yeah, CCYG, that's right. Charlie Yankee Golf. CCYG, a Korean franchise.
CCYG.
It's in the Il Terraso sa that compound near ABS-CBN.
Yes.
So siya sa ground floor, katapat ng Tim Hortons. I highly recommend it for takeout or for dining. Okay, next natin is favorite fast food.
Ikaw, anong favorite fast food mo ba recently?
Ako, favorite fast food ko lang, isa lang. There's one dish that stands out for me. The best fast food dish or item of the past year, the chicken witch of Jollibee.
Talaga? Bakit? Wala yan sa Laguna eh.
Talaga? Oh man.
Recently nag-Jollibee feast. Wala chicken witch.
Kung wala chicken witch sa Laguna, mag-skyway ka, I promise it's worth the trip. It's a bit, alam mo yung patty niya, it's a super crisp patty and ganyan kakapal. Ganyan kakapal. It really, and the bun is a brioche bun with egg. It's a beautiful bun, a beautiful patty. Then it's got mustard dressing, a little mustard dressing, and then dill pickles, not sweet pickles, dill pickles. So all the balance, all the flavors just complement each other. And when you bite into it, pareho walang sinabi yung mga natitimang kong Sandwich America.
Talaga?
World-class sandwich. World-class. You tell me Popeyes has this sandwich na pinagkaguluhan sa buong America, people were lining up for it. Guys, I feel this is better.
Okay.
Kasi panlasa.
I'm sold. Kailangan subukan na yan.
Then, pare, malaki talaga. Busog ka talaga. It's 140 pesos. Very affordable. A la carte sandwich only. The chicken witch, it's the best sandwich in a long, long time. Siguro.
So mas masarap than McChicken. Mas masarap than McChicken.
Malayo eh. Malayo kasi McChicken is
malayo.
McChicken is basically a big ano ba yung BTS meal? It's basically a giant chicken nugget for me. McChicken.
Chicken nugget. Yes.
This is a giant chicken nugget. This one is a giant patty that's spicy, that's covered with skin and crunch, and it's meaty, it's juicy, it's terrific. It's wonderful. Nakaka-addict. You know what? If it were available near you, you'd probably want to have it every other week. Don't have it every week, because it's like fried chicken that you're eating. Diba? Pero, my God, Jollibee, congratulations kung sino man nagtimpla ito. Nag-develop sa R&D. One of the best sandwiches in the past 5 years. Alam mo, the other sandwich that comes to mind is from McDonald's a long time ago. Nalala mo yung Big and Tasty?
Yes.
McDonald's said, the best burger that McDonald's came out with in the limit, big and ganun kasarap to. Kaya lang chicken. You'll want to have it as often as you can. McDonald's, Margot, Torres, please bring back Big and Tasty. And the filet of fish. Napansin mo ba wala ng filet of fish?
Wala na.
Wala na.
Hindi,
dapat balik tayo. Kung nag-normalize na tayo, McDonald's, make me eat more at your restaurant. Please offer the filet of fish again. But Jollibee, holy shit, the chicken witch just blew my mind. Everyone. Congratulations. That is a world-class sandwich, guys. Congrats. Okay, favorite Filipino.
Okay, ako muna. So, we have dalawang favorite na Filipino this year. Of course, one of the most beautiful modern Filipino restaurant, no?
Sa Antipolo.
Filipino restaurant. Sa Antipolo, pare, the Tahanan Bistro by Benji Reyes and
Yeah.
his family. Ang ganda sobra nun. I think, kaso nga, fully booked na sila until this Feb, no?
What?
So,
Fully book
you know,
sila
the
araw-araw.
set, hindi na. They operate on a weekend lang, of course. They
So,
operate on a
they're
weekend
all
to
booked.
maintain
Oh
their
my
quality.
goodness. So,
O kaya, di ba tumawag sa akin yung friend natin? Kasi Feb na nga yung sa KTV.
si Jazz, tumawag kasi ako kanina. Nagtatanong si Jazz kanina.
Papatulong din sa booking. But kasi nga, Feb na nga and sobra naman ganda talaga ng lugar, pare. And alfresco, at night walang lamok. Ganun kaganda yung garden ecosystem nung Tahanan Bistro. Then it's all artwork. Lahat ng upuan by Benji Reyes. Yung upuan niya na may salumpwet na basta ang sarap upuan. And then the house is built all by, alam mo yung mga traditional na walang nail.
Yeah.
So it's built by an artist. Ang dami mga artist works also. And si Chef Kevin, actually na-meet mo to sa Madrid Fusion na still in Australia. Na-stuck sila sa Australia. But the original menu, which is a set menu, mga 1.5 lang pare. Mga set menu na yun and sarap. There are 3 courses. Ang main issue lang with Tahanan Bistro after your twice na nakapunta ka doon, wala na kasi si Chef Kevin hindi pa nakabalik to do a new menu. Oo, natikman mo lahat. But
you and Benji told me it's the most beautiful, most romantic restaurant now.
Yes, in Manila. Antipolo. So, ang ganda. Sobrang ganda talaga ng place. And nag-blossom kasi yung garden. And then, I think nung dati kasi yun naka-enclose binuksan niya yung windows. Na naging glass lahat. So nag-reflect yung garden.
Fresco na alfresco tapos Antipolo weather syempre.
Oo, tapos Antipolo weather pa. And then, you cannot enter, iiwan mo yung sapatos mo, so lahat naka-slippers. Ang ganda. Sobrang ganda ng place. The food is really good. The modern Filipino restaurant, modern Filipino cuisine ni, may beef, chicken, and pork. Yun, basta ang ganda. It's really an experience. So that's my favorite talaga, all-time favorite.
Yeah. And you know what?
Sila Benji for Chef Kevin.
Nandun sila Benji pala.
Of course. Pero syempre, sasabihin ng mga wala sila doon. But doon sila nakatira. Doon sila nakatira. And then, but may mga times na wala sila.
No, because I just want to mention that kasi Benji's such a nice guy. And his wife is, what's his wife's name? Wife ni Benji.
Karina.
Di ba? They're such cool and nice people, and you want to, if I were to eat in Tahanan, and obviously I'm going to go there soon, but I would want them para sila Cloud at si Mary Antayag, di ba? They're such nice people.
Exactly.
That's exactly how I feel about it, di ba? Parang na yan. Met Eastern Manila version of Baleduto. Na ganun kasarap. Sige. Benji!
I introduced na sila Monique Kasi nga, may Antipolo Mafia brewing over. Kasi, Antipolo, a lot of people invested in Antipolo kasi the prices are tama. Here in the South, nagtaas na lahat ng prices ng land So, a lot of people were able to still buy in Antipolo. Chef Ed is Antipolo person na rin yan. So, kaya ang ganda ng Antipolo. It's near Manila. Akit ka lang ng konti, maganda yung weather. So, yun. So, you have to go there. So, that's a first. The second, my favorite kasi sa Tagaytay, yung Farmer's Table. Ano yung Farmer's Table ni Chef Khalil?
Hello.
Di ba? Ano yan? Raintree Group, di ba? But they set it up in Nurture Spa, di ba? And Nurture is known for healthy food, di ba? And yung first try namin to, all the healthy food, di ba? All the healthy food. Pero pare, ang masarap dun sa Farmer's Table, magalit si sa akin, is the Filipino food. Ang sarap na Filipino food niya from the bulalo. Grabe yung bulalo na ginagawa ni Chef Khalil doon. Siniserve niya pa with a heater pa talaga and then unlimited soup yung bulalo niya. They choose the right bulalo from kare-kare to the barbecue to everything, no? Tapos meron pa sila yung take-out na diniguan na frozen. pag uwi mo sa bahay, ang sarap yung dinuguan. So, I think Chef Kalel kasi has a good background also on Filipino food. So, they introduced that in Farmer's restaurant. Although, they don't highlight it in the menu Kasi nga, it's supposed to be a healthy restaurant menu, farm to table.
Are they open
But,
every day? Anton, are they open every day?
yes, pero ano rin, halos fully booked din ng ang Farmer's Table now. Kasi
Especially
nga,
now. Especially now.
Especially now. But the Filipino restaurant ng Farmer's Table, grabe, one of the best in Tagaytay. No? Syempre with the Rain Tree. Kasi alam mo yung mga M-Cafe, mga M-Cafe dishes nila ng Filipino, doon nila in-introduce. Although, syempre hindi na nila brinada sa M-Cafe. But nandun lahat. And then yung presyo niya, syempre, presyo ng Tagaytay. So,
anong ibig sabihin ng presyo ng Tagaytay? Cheaper or more expensive?
More affordable. Kasi like,
really? Okay.
I mean, value for money, they do family serving usually all the time. So, yon. And I know they're hopefully opening Nurture Spa na there, no? But if Nurture Spa opens there, pwede ka na mag-massage tapos kumain na masarap.
The Nurture Spa has been there for a long time. Kaya ngayon bawal pa magpamasahe, di ba? So,
bawal. Pero I think nagbubukas na yata. Pero, I don't know, they're very careful also. So, I'm not sure. Kasi parang, the idea was to start with food spa lang, di ba? Food spa while you're waiting or, after. Sarap kaya nun. After mo kumain, may food spa and then tapos you have dessert. Pero really...
I can see that. That makes a lot of sense.
Di ba? Galing ng collaboration na during the pandemic. So, congrats guys.
Okay, so
Farmer's Table.
Farmer's Table, that's at the Nurture Spa in Tagaytay. Best time to go after is on a weekday. Because Tagaytay traffic weekends is ridiculous, man. Lalo na ngayon, oh my God.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Ikaw, favorite Filipino mo?
Ako, yung favorite Filipino ko, hindi siya hindi siya restaurant. And these are items that I've been ordering for the past year. And unahin ko na yung Tagaytay. Kasi madalas ako sa gourmet farm sa Tagaytay dahil nagbukas silang napakalaking alfresco area. And I'm helping them as well, no, in terms of publicity and bringing people up there. So, one day, galing ang gourmet farm and dumaan ako sa... Nakita ko kasi on the way up, there was... Hindi ko napapansin ito dati, Cecilia.
Daming billboard to. Oo, ang daming billboard.
Diba? Nakita ko, ganda ng billboard. Yung Cecilia's billboard, parang kasi dami ng billboard ni Ping Lacson. Di ba?
Oo. Baka mas marami pa.
Alam na ano itong Cecilia's na to? Kasi tayo, suki tayo sa Lumars. Di ba? Ikaw nagpakisakala sa Lumars. So on the way back from Gourmet Farms, sabi ko, make it a point, pucha pare, yung Cecilia's Tagaytay, yung traffic, yung pila, para lang makapasok dahil social distancing, parang haba na. So it really takes up a lot of space. So I said, what's the fuss, So I bought their famous buko pie na sabi best in Tagaytay. And it's a claim that many have made in Tagaytay. But guess what? Guess what? One of the best, or maybe the best I've had since Lumars 10 years ago or 20 years ago, buko pie ng Cecilia's. Fantastic. It's got a beautiful crust, very, very French, and the filling is just right. It's actually, I would say, it's very similar to Chef's House Buko pie.
Buko pie.
Buko pie kay Chef's House. Ito, pero sa buko pie, my goodness, Cecilia's. Bababa ka doon. Hindi ko alam. Pag bumaba pa ako, may facial pa ako dahil strict to sila, di ba? But I suggest next time you go up to Tagaytay, I don't know how many branches they have, but the main one is along Santa Rosa Road. If you go, be prepared to park far, but the service is fast. Okay, buko pie from Cecilia's by number one. But may feedback. Bukas may volume mo, Anton.
Oo.
Sarado. O number 2 ko, ito naman, dito sa Manila, Sampaloc. The best sapin-sapin na tikman ko this year, Bulalay. Binibenta to ng Frozen Manila nila. Audrey, no? You know Audrey, no? For Frozen Manila. And this is one of her top sellers. It's a small family-owned operation called Bulalay. That's Bulalay. You can find them on Facebook. Order the sapin-sapin. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm calling it my favorite, but really, to be completely honest, it's one of the best I've had. It comes in a tub, and they're beautiful layers that you can. It's so siya, vertically layers niya instead of the usual. Kasi naka-tub siya. Instead of your circular sapin-sapin. My gosh, one of the best. Tapos ang kapal ng ano niya, yung latik. There is a layer of latik. Oh my goodness. There you go.
Na-try namin ito ng Noche Buena. Sarap nga. Pero parang hindi ba siya parang mahablang ka ng dating na different flavors na sapin-sapin? Parang gano'n lang dating sa akin. Sarap eh. Tapos sweet.
It's like, ultimately, mahablang ka and sapin-sapin are brother and sister. Di ba? Parang ano yan. Parang magpo na tsaka masyado. So, yeah. Bulalay. Number 2.
Bulalay. Laing. Masarap rin yung laing nila, of course. Masarap rin yung laing nila.
Well, we have to talk about the laing for a minute. Yung top sellers nila dalawa, no? Laing, na yung gata na ginagamit nila sa laing, unang piga. Sobrang creamy.
Sobrang creamy nga.
Rich. And mapapa-extra rice ka. Sobrang dami extra rice.
Kailangan kainin with rice.
So when you order at Bulalay, again, it's Bulay. Order 2 things. The sapin-sapin and the laing. The best. Sobrang sarap. Okay, number 3. And I think for me, ito yung dish player ko. Of the year. And then let's speak back. Yeah. Itong ano sa yung pinakasikat na bagong trend this year? Last year, sushi bake. Dalgona coffee. Diba? Anong pinakasikat this year? Na talagang bumulusok.
Lechon baka.
And I remember when, I think this was the middle of the year or early, no? Early first or second quarter of the year, nung pinakita ng Andox, pare, yung pila sa Andox, grabe. Sobrang haba, di ba? And I thought it was hype, but gosh, it's really worth it. Up to now, no, ang dami ko nang natikman na lechon baka. Dahil siguro ito yung una ko natikman, ito pa rin yung benchmark ko. So pinakamasarap sa akin na lechon baka, Andox pa rin. Maraming masarap ha. Rico's came out to their lechon baka, kila Uncle George.
That's spicy.
All the food, the cloud kitchens came up with this, many other restaurants. But yung nauna, Andox. Ay, nako, Sus Maria Joseph. Parang now, I want to order tomorrow. Yeah, Andox lechon baka.
Andox talaga. So, 2021 is lechon baka talaga. No?
Yeah,
I think, unlike, for example, the other, like sushi bake or ano. Kasi some of them, like this year, wala na sushi bake masyado, di ba? I think lechon baka will be there forever, di ba? It's really a trend na. Pero alam mo, anong gusto namin sa Andox? Kasi favorite na namin Andox yung liempo and yung lechon manok, di ba? Alam mo ba, meron silang Dokito na fried chicken. So you'd order the Dokito fried chicken. Oo, at saka yung inihaw, yung lechon baka. Pag inano mo yan, feast kaya yun. Isang tray. Yeah. Isang tray sa bahay. Parang 1-2 lang, isang buong tray. Ang sarap. Yeah. Di ba? Ang galing nga, kompleto Pag if you think about it, ba? Sometimes you just wanted something from Andox, di ba?
Yeah, and remember, Andox came about during the lechon manok craze, like I think 1980s pa yun, di ba? But ang nag-survive na lang ng panahon na yun, Baliwag at saka Andox. And it just goes to show, if you've got the good brand with good R&D and quality and consistency, you can come up with something that was gonna explode and bring your brand back to the forefront. And congratulations on Docs for giving us lechon baka, Now it's any party.
At saka maganda with lechon baka kasi ang daming Andox all around Sa mga Laguna carries lechon baka. Yung some of the lechon baka na available sa Manila lang So ito talaga available all over, di ba? Kaya congratulations. I know that's hard to do. There's a lot of things that they have to do to make it available elsewhere na the same yung lasa. So congratulations. The year of Lechon Baka 2021.
All right. So just to recap, our favorite Filipino, inihaw na baka ng andok, sapin-sapin, and laing by Bulalay, available at Frozen Manila if you want to order, or go direct to their Facebook page. And if you're up in Tagaytay, don't miss Cecilia's Buko Pie.
Cecilia's Buko Pie.
Favorite
Sige.
Japanese mo?
Favorite Japanese. So we have recently, no, dalawa yung favorite Japanese. Of course, yung the food hall, the Japanese food hall, Kiwami, di ba? It has the grilled Hokkaido scallops and other seafoods. And then they brought everything together, no, from
Yabu.
From the tonkatsu, from Yabu to ramen, Ippudo ramen, all in one place, so you can really enjoy. And I know during the lockdown, in Manila, people are crazy about Japanese food. So, and when this opened, ang sarap, sobrang sarap nung. And then for dessert, you have the Hokkaido milk ice cream, soft.
Ako rin. I think finally we have the same winner. So, Kiwami. And I really love it. And kudos to Chef Lee Jose of the Standard Group. No? Si Lee has been, baby niya yan eh. Tapos yung Kiwami was delayed obviously because of the pandemic for over a year. They were ready to open back in early 2020. But I think the delay may have been even better kasi pagbukas nila, ito yung pinaka-box office hit ng buong Standard Group. Can you imagine? You've got Ippudo ramen, you've got for me, still my best katsu is there at Yabu. Tapos you can get these fantastic oysters, no, imported. Tapos yung dessert mo, yung Hokkaido. Hokkaido ba yun, Anton? Yung soft serve nila? Is it Hokkaido milk?
Yes. Hokkaido soft milk ice cream.
Yeah, so that's there at where's that again? Bonifacio High Street.
Central, yeah. Bonifacio High Street Central.
If you're walking from Spring Shack, going to Fully Book, nandun siya. Bumalik sa kaliwa. Katapos ng Friends and Neighbors. Friends and family. So our favorite Japanese is Kiwami Food Hall. Special mention, Anton. May feedback tayo. Special mention for private dining. Kasi nga ako, alam natin marami hindi nakakalabas. No? And one of our best meals really, in a house this past year, I say Chef Barbara Havelosa. Bambi's Gourmet
Chef Bambi's Gourmet Kitchen. Every time may nagtatanong sa akin.
If you want to have a private dining experience catered, specially cooked by, actually si Bambi is a home cook, no? But who's just mastered and innovated on Japanese cuisine, super high quality from the tempura to the sashimi to the sushi, and all her new items coming out. Bambi's Gourmet Kitchen. For me, that's the best Japanese caterer right now. First, ultra premium. Nalala mo yung foie gras na may ginong-ginong pa. Sus Mariosep. Bambi, the best.
Something to watch out for 2022. Yung, hopefully, she opens that private dining.
We were talking a few hours ago. Ang pinag-uusapan natin, wine pairing na. So, tuloy na yan.
All right.
So, expect us to do another taste test with wine pairing and Bambi's Japanese cuisine and specialties this January. Yeah, but Bambi's Gourmet Kitchen, thank you so much for trusting us and feeding us. But it's really, oh my God, what an experience, no? Grabe si Bambi.
Yeah, parang yung sisimula yung Lechon Diva, di ba?
Di ba? That's how I feel. And look what happened there. So Bambi's Gourmet Kitchen, find them on Facebook. And Kiwami, find them
Bambi.
on Central.
Bambi's really perfecting it, from the supply to the cooking it.
Perfectionist, di ba?
So bago i-launch. So, before we leave the Japanese, I wanted to share one of the best we've tried also this year is itong grabe tong to. It's Osechi Rayori from Hotel Basta yung Yamazato in Hotel Ukura, Manila.
Oh yeah, oh my
sarap ng
God.
Japanese. They have kaiseki. They're known for kaiseki, but they
Yeah.
innovated on kaiseki at home. And I know they're opening this new year, di ba? They're opening this new year. So they have this box for pero syempre medyo mahal tong box na to. But they have special Japanese food, no, the Yamasato. For this New Year season. And for 2022, di ba, ito yung hotel na pinakabagong hotel bago the pandemic hit. And
They were
they're
supposed to
finally
open in
opening.
June of 2020. Pinakamagandang Japanese hotel. Alam mo yung mga, nakita mo yung tubs nila, di ba? Yung nakikita mo sa pelikula. Wooden circular tubs na mainit na mainit.
Yes.
Those are the hotel room tubs. So, and the restaurant, Yamazato, is a beautiful restaurant. My goodness.
Sarap. And everything, no? Of course, they specialize kay Second. Congratulations, they're opening this new year. Sana good luck to the opening of the hotel.
I'm sure they'll do well. So, congratulations. And finally, good to have you, Yamazato, no? Right?
Yes, Yamazato.
Hotel Okura. Okay. Great.
All right, next.
Saan ba to? Resorts World to, no? Resorts or Sheraton Complex?
Resorts World. Resorts World, yeah. Okay. Besides Sheraton, yeah.
Besides Sheraton, okay. So it's across Terminal 3. Di ba? Directly across. Kung hanapin niyo siya.
Directly across, yes. Okay, go.
Right.
Next.
Favorite Italian, bro?
Wala akong na Italian restaurant this year. Pinaka-closest na yata yung pizza natin. But ikaw na muna. Ikaw na yung Italian.
Yeah, tambayan ko eh. Kasi naging tambayan ko the past few months kasi ang sarap ng Aperol Spritz nila. Di ba? One of the cocktails that you will have when you're traveling through Spain or Portugal, yung Aperol Spritz. Di ba? Yung kulay orange na kumikinang-kinang. And Mamma Mia in BGC in Uptown Mall has one of the best. Ang favorite ko woman, kasi ang ganda ng location niya. It's right in front of the fountain. You're drinking an Aperol Spritz.
Ground floor? Yes. Ground floor ba?
Ground floor. Katabi ng not din Typhoon, Tim Ho Wan.
Tim Ho Wan, okay.
Right beside Tim Ho Wan is Mamma Mia. Right in front of the fountain in Uptown Mall. And they've got the best Aperol Spritz. Ito yung na-discover ko this year na in love ako. Best pizza of the year for me na traditional pizza. Pistachio pizza. So instead of tomato sauce, you've got pistachios. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Napakasarap.
Ano kaya lasa nun? Nutty.
It's nutty and savory. Then they have I forgot what kind of meat they put. Some sort of premium ham as well. Grabe. It's my...
Sino ng Mamma Mia? Sinong group ba yan?
Bagong family. Sila Julius Yapino. They have Parmigiano in Molito. Yes. Then they have Tony and Sergio. Parmigiano in Molito and the Resorts World. Resorts World ba yan?
Okay.
I think
yes. So. Pero close na yata yan? Or bukas na ba yan? Okay.
Bukas na. Tapos yung Tony and Sergio sa McKinley Hill. Pero yung items nila iba-iba, di ba? Yung yung pistachio pizza nandun lang sa Mamma Mia.
Okay.
And the only place it's available in the Philippines. All right? So if you wanna try this fantastic nutty pistachio
Mamma Mia
with an Aperol Spritz, you go to Mamma Mia. The best.
Okay. Ano pa?
Ako, I just have to add this kasi na-discover ko na to last week. Nagpunta kami. Inibita kami ni Ines of Sugi in Chihuahua. And on Aguirre Street, quiet Aguirre Street in Legazpi Village, there's this beautiful, they call it the Green Bar. That's the name of the restaurant. It's a vegan restaurant. Anton, strictly vegan restaurant. Even their wines may mga
talaga? Green Bar?
Green Bar. It's the best vegan restaurant I've been to. Sarap. I've never had anything.
Nag-enjoy ka?
Nakalimutan ko na sa vegan restaurant ako eh. Ganun kasarap. And they have this, they make great donuts. They make wonderful chicken nuggets. And Anton, you know what their specialty of the house is?
What?
Beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington.
Talaga.
Vegan
Woohoo!
beef Wellington.
Pare, you had me at green. Pupuntahan
Yeah.
natin yan.
Yeah, and let's go back. You know why?
Let's go back.
Di ba yung
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I'm just fascinated by it, and I've only tasted a few items on the menu. It's owned by two sisters, and they're into yoga. So they actually started out when pre-pandemic, meron silang yoga studio. Then they started offering snacks on the side. And now,
Okay.
the restaurant,
the
the
restaurant
food
is taking over the yoga.
Pare, it's I admit I don't have that much experience in veganism, but this one I really fell for. Kasi yung bonus pa dito, it's a bar.
It's a bar.
It's a bar.
Talaga.
So they're launching
Wow.
cocktails
They're launching cocktails.
and wine nights in January. And it's amazing. Yung pulutan mo pare vegan, and you can't tell it's vegan.
Oh, tara. Yan ang
Oo.
pupuntahan natin.
Oo.
Yan na. Yan ang next
Green bar.
for 2022.
At meron silang alfresco area. Kasi Aguirre is not a busy street. So, ang ginawa ng
So,
Masaya,
ang ginawa ng Masaya,
pinayagan sila yung dalawang parks ang ginawa nilang open-air dining. And tahimik, it's not like Rada Street. Kasi Rada Street, binuksan na yung open-air dining. Kaya lang,
open-air dining.
maraming traffic sa Rada.
Maraming traffic sa Rada, di ba?
But this
maraming
one,
traffic.
But
this one is shit. Aguirre is one of the most quiet streets in the country.
Okay.
So, it's called Green Bar. Very highly recommended. I'm a carnivore. Okay? But for me to recommend
sige.
a vegan restaurant, it must be special.
Must be good.
Green Bar.
Yan ang unang kita natin.
Oh,
Yan ang next kita natin sa dyan.
okay. Next.
Okay. Next.
Favorite chef.
Favorite chef, of course. Ang favorite chef namin. Ako naman mauna.
Sige.
Chef JJ and Rhea. And actually, we met them nga with Fatted Cow. Pero recently, na-interview namin sila ni Nancy about their story. Ang ganda pala ng love story nila from childhood sweetheart to Dome Restaurant. Since grade school. And then, basta, if you guys, you can watch that episode. Kunento nila yung story nila. And until, pati yung COVID episode nila, they were able to share it. Beautiful story. Rhea from Palawan. Pati eruption. Ganda. Sobrang ganda ng story nila. They're dog lovers also. Our kids love them for the dogs also.
It's a dog-friendly
of course,
restaurant.
the food, the Fatted Calf, known for its ingredients. Ang ganda ng mga food nila. Even the new menu that they created for this December. Sana nga gawin na nila buong pati yung bahay nila, yung area nila doon, no? Ganda. I love the ambience, love the food, love the restaurant. But I think ang pinakamaganda sa kanila yung story nila. Kasi I didn't realize they have been at the backbone of all the restaurants we're enjoying in the past, no? From Discovery restaurants and other restaurants. Grabe, nandun pala sila, di ba? From La Regalad, si Rhea, nandun na pala. From La Regalad.
Sinong nag-train kay Chef Mikel Aguirre? Si Rhea.
Si Rhea pala. Alam mo yun, they're on the background and they well-deserve all the accolades they're having now. Kasi, pare, ang tagal ng years before they're in the limelight. And congratulations. Yeah. Favorite chef.
I love it because their story is really good. They're two of the nicest people. And there's a direct line. Remember, Rhea worked with Chef Gene Gonzalez for a long time.
Yes,
Tapos naging mentor siya ni Chef Kel Aguirre. It's like connecting the dots of some of the greatest chefs in the Philippines. So congratulations. And then they made it to Adler's Best Restaurants.
Congratulations for 2022.
Pati sa Tatler. Ano na sila? Ito mo. Congrats, Rhea and JJ.
Congrats. Ikaw, sino naman favorite chef mo?
For me, my favorite chef this year is someone who did a lot to pivot, no? Kasi his name is Roberto Pengson. Rob Pengson.
Ano nangyari kay Rob na? Rob, nakakausap ko yan during this pandemic. Why?
Rob had restaurants, di ba? But he's been, for me, the most impressive thing about Rob, more than his food now. Of course, Beso Beso, his private dining is doing very well. Ang pinursige niya nung pandemic, ituloy yung eskwela niya. No? He put up a new school called Alianza Institute.
Yes.
And he's now training the next generation of Filipino chefs. And he
Yes.
loves to say that 20 years ago when he was starting out, kasi sa California siya nag-aral. And sinasabi nga, parang ibang-iba yung, ang tingin sa chef ng Pilipino dati, karamihan ng head chef dito sa Pilipinas were still expats. No? But now, Filipino chefs have come into their own. And based on his experience, that's what Rob wants to do. No? So he's opening up Alianza, hands-on. He's got, actually, kasama doon si Lee. Lee ng Kiwami. Lee Jose.
Talaga?
Yeah. So you've got two of the best. You have one more really good chef with them. So that's their goal now, no? To make the next generation of good Filipino chefs trained properly with the proper disciplines, with the proper palate, with the proper techniques. And aside from that, he's got all of his innovative menus. And then ang ginagawa ni Robin, he's starting maging YouTube superstar.
Yon, of course.
So,
But
he's doing a lot of things. And for that, I think he should be recognized for his efforts, not just for YouTube, not just for his private dining, but for the education aspect. And in a very difficult year, very challenging year, especially for education, for culinary, he started to do it. So congratulations. My favorite chef for the year is Rob Benson. Congrats, brother. Yeah.
Congrats.
Special mention, yung ating kaibigan si Tatum, lumabas na naman yung bago yung bestseller.
Oo nga.
Hindi ka naman naging favorite chef si Tatum kasi Hall of Fame na yan.
Wala
Ibang
na.
level.
Hall of Fame na yan. Ibang level na.
His,
Congratulations
latest
for the 2 new book, di ba?
Kitchen Secrets already came out. It's already on Amazon, eBay, Lazada, Shopee. Obviously a bestseller. It's as beautiful as his previous books. And then his first baking cookbook comes out in January.
Baking, simple.
Tatong.
Alright.
Marami
Tatong.
siyang pabili ng sofa. Dahil ni Tatong.
Alright, what's next?
What's next?
Ano na tayo? 1 hour 45. We're almost close na. Okay.
Favorite food discoveries.
We're on the last food discoveries.
Bilisan na natin. Frozen.
Okay. Ako, for Frozen, ang lagi nasa, lagi nasa freezer namin is the mushroom sisig by the Capote Farm. So, laging yan ang go-to food namin for and of course, aside from there, the winner of the ultimate taste test. But I guess, before that, sarap na kasi yung mushroom sisig niya. The kids love it. Hindi nila alam na mushroom yun. And we usually do it with rice or with pasta recently. And very flexible go-to food, no?
Again, it's vegan. It's vegan.
Oo, it's vegan, yeah. Well, meron siya dalawang version.
Oh my God.
May vegetarian and may vegan. Yung vegetarian niya lang may egg eh. But yung vegan niya, walang egg totally. So, yon. Ikaw, anong frozen mo?
Frozen ko, dalawa.
Okay, go.
Sa sweet, yung favorite ko ng ultimate taste test. Actually, I have it in my freezer. It's the Chocoholic rum ice cream with Don Papa by Carabella.
Oh.
It's my favorite.
Sarap no.
I love that. It's my favorite ice cream flavor of the year. Chocoholic. Alam mo, simple yung concept eh. Chocolate ice cream with Don Papa rum. 2 great flavors. But then sila Jan and his, ano pa anak ni Jan? Her son, who's actually the ice cream genius. Genie made it very well. I can't stop to eat. I have to have it in my freezer. Kada pagkakain ko, yung palagi kinakain ko.
Oo nga. And alam mo ba, nakuha nila yung idea during alam mo yung last UTT natin sa SMX? Nung may Agos, doon pala nila nakuha yung idea, nag-mix. So, galing eh. Galing rin. And now, of course, they have.
It's so well done.
Galing, no? Galing din.
It's not an over-the-top concept. It's actually a very it's a pairing that's actually very logical, but the way they did, yung timpla eh. Tsaka yung consistency, yung magic dito. So congratulations, Carabella Dairy. Now for my savory frozen, I have to go with the dinuguan by Wapak. Kunento ko na to dati, di ba? Ano sila eh?
Oo nga.
Wapakan
Hindi namin
family. And si Don Renato and his wife Pia opened once upon a time Frangos, which is our favorite peri-peri chicken. Ang pivot nila during the pandemic was they made frozen goods. This dinuguan is thick, rich, silky, meaty. It's a perfect Kapampangan recipe. Ano mo, it's best with puto. Napakalapot niya, pero hindi siya nakakaumay. It's by, you go to your Facebook or IG page, Wapak. W-A-P-A-C-K-E-D. Wapak. Parang Wapak! Diba? Pagtikmo mo siya. So, dinuguan by Wapak. We have so many products, but this one, my goodness, palagi ko meron sa freezer. And then ito pag sinasabi ko favorite ko talaga, kailangan meron akong stock niyan. So Carabella, I have their Chocoholic ice cream in my freezer. Wapak, every so often, namimiss ko yan. Kailangan meron ako. Wapak dinuguan. Ay, nako, the best. Okay. Sweet.
Okay. Ako, sweet. Mahilig kami sa cheesecake, no? And there's a lot of cheesecake that lumabas, no, during the entire pandemic. This year, meron kaming una na gustuhan yung Brie cheesecake, which is by 105D Street. Kasi gusto namin yung parang ibang klaseng lasa with the Brie. Pero ang pinaka-favorite namin, pare, so Chef Henny Season, the master cake maker, created mascarpone burnt cheesecake, pare. Mascarpone burnt bus cheesecake ang dating. Sobrang sarap, and yun ang favorite namin cheesecake this year. Brilliant discovery. Congrats, Chef Henny. And then that's the first, and second, tapos na yung where my mom is from Bicol and mahilig kami sa pili, and Kerika created this gourmet pili series. Sobrang sarap ng pili, and tapos na yung labanan sa pili. They have the best gourmet pili. Snack. And then may mga different flavors. Minsan may truffle, minsan salt lang, or minsan may chocolate pa also. So ang sarap. The brand is Gourmet Pili by Kerika. Pinipili nila, so it's called gourmet kasi pinipili nila yung yung the pili that they'll use for that series. Yun ang pinaka two favorite discoveries namin for dessert.
Then si Rika kasi is our good friend Carlo. So again, sila yung these are the people I really enjoy talking to. Para sila yung Bicolano version ni Ray at ni JJ. Diba?
Yes.
So si Carlo's family owns Biggie. Diba? Yung number one fast casual joint sa buong Bicol. So Big's Diner. So yeah, thank you for bringing Bicolano ang delicacies and specialties to Metro Manila. I also get a lot of frozen stuff from Kerika.
From Kerika. Sarap rin yung food niya.
Very good. Laing, pinangan, all of these things. My number one sweet discovery of the year, not frozen, is, drum roll please, yung isa na naman nanalo sa ating sa Ultimate Taste Test, the OC Baker from Antiquito. The guava cake, pare, of Monique Cakes.
Guava cake.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
And oil.
It's something I've never had before. For those of you, if you'd like to picture it, imagine the format of a strawberry shortcake. Diba? It's a light cake, a chiffon cake, then there's a layer of icing, but instead of strawberry icing, it's guava icing. And the guava she uses are organic guavas. And then on top, merong sweet, fresh, pure, soft guavas. Ay, nako, sis Mariosa. That is a beautiful cake. It's green and pink. And now, pati yung mga embassy in demand na. Diba? Monique Cakes. Actually, you can just Google it. You can just go to Facebook. The search box ng Facebook, hanapin yung Ang dami na. Monique Cakes.
Grabe,
Mga good
grabe.
food. Monique Antong.
Yeah.
Oo, started this year.
Yeah,
Diba?
pandemic yan.
Yeah,
Kasi
Congratulations.
She was out the year.
na-discover natin yan through our good
Discovered
friend
natin
Monique
through
Oda
our
of
good friend
Raffles.
Monique Oda of
We used to work in
Raffles.
Raffles together.
together.
Yeah.
Grabe.
Actually, sinama ko nga siya sa favorite new food entrepreneurs natin.
Mm.
No? Kasi really amazing how she was able to create that this year lang and be able to scale it. And as we know, scaling the business is really hard, especially during this time. No? And maintaining the quality of the food.
And
So,
it
congrats.
explodes.
And,
Every day when I look at how many
how
cakes she's making, it just blows my mind. So congratulations, Monique.
Congratulations, Monique.
And
Masarap rin yung
we're-
strawberry shortcake niya. Strawberry shortcake,
Yeah, ako,
chocoholic,
yeah,
yung choco. Grand
yung
slam
ano,
niya.
yung nuts impossible, yung puro nuts.
Nuts.
Oh, yun din. Oh. Congrats.
Lahat.
Congrats.
And then na siya, Antipolo lady yan, pero ngayon meron na siyang reseller, si Carla Reyes ng Plaza Ham also. So,
Yon.
They met.
and now they're now business partners for reselling the cake. So congratulations, Monique. Congratulations, Carla.
Congratulations.
And Tita Nancy na rin, Nancy Reyes, Adobo Queen, kasi kamag-anak mo yun, Nino siya ni Carla. Okay.
Okay.
Dikit-dikit din talaga yan.
Oh,
Okay.
alright.
Ano pa?
Ano pa?
Savory.
Savory, ikaw, ano sa'yo?
Ikaw, ano sa'yo?
Okay, I have two savory discoveries this year. This one actually, meron kaming na-discover yung sa, favorite namin ngayon yung El Rapaz, no? El Rapaz is parang yacht cruise in Anilao. But what makes it special is not just the yacht cruise, no? Kasi anybody can do a yacht cruise. But the yacht cruise is actually co-founded by the owner of La Picara, no? Who's Isabel. So, actually, in one of the, if you go on an El Rapaz cruise, they actually organize a legit boodle fight. And their boodle fights, they would go on an island, ayusin nila, 800 per head. They'll fix a beach boodle fight, whatever you wanted, pero para yung boodle fight nila, Spanish, paella yung rice.
Wow.
Top with seafood, chicken, and...
Anton, pakiulat 800 per head.
800 per head.
Oh, 800 per head. Siyempre, because you already paid for the El Rapaz cruise eh. What I mean, kasi the cruise, you have to reserve the boat for the group. No? So assuming you're part of it, you can, the crew itself are trained to do, may chef kasi on board eh, to do a boodle fight. Galing nung pagka-execute and paella yung boodle fight. So I think that's one of our food discoveries this year. They do it in Anilao, or actually anywhere. They can arrange a beach picnic. Pero my point is, yun nga, Spanish paella food yung yung boodle fight. So congrats to Isabel and the partner for the El Rapaz adventure. Kasi before that, you know, Anilao is just known for diving, eh. And I think I like what they're doing. They're doing it for non-divers, no? Especially for foodies. And I think the insight was, you know, in Spain, when you go to Madrid or Barcelona, ang dami mga cruise, di ba? You don't need to dive naman eh. You go to one island to another, eat in the island. And maganda rin, they price it fairly lang. Fairly rin. Alright, and then last, itong isa, I just met her online pala, si Christine Santos de Guzman of the Kitchen Playground. Trinay namin during Noche Buena yung seafood niya. Pero yung, alam mo yung mga, ang ginagawa kasi nila, one of her advocacy is to get seafood direct from the small players. And then, yun yung binibenta niya. Sarap nung hipon na kinuha namin sa kanya. Direct from the small players, direct to your home. Christine Santos de Guzman of the Kitchen Playground, they do actually a lot of the seafood. Si mga small farmers, tinutulungan niya na para wala nang middleman, diretso na, and you buy from them directly. So, ang ganda ng advocacy. Wanted to feature her nga in the next Awesome Live series. Congratulations.
So, what's the dish?
Seafood, all the seafood that you love.
So seafood
But
in
nasarap
general.
pa kami shrimp. Direct from small farmers ng shrimp farmers. Hindi
Kayo
na galing
nagluto?
from the market.
Kayo nagluto or luto na?
Meron siyang cook, merong hindi cook. So, ganun yung model niya. So, meron siyang shrimp na cook na nainitin mo na lang. Sarap. Sarap sobra rin. So, galing ng model and congratulations. Yun yung food discovery namin for this year. Ikaw,
So,
Savory.
recap mo yung mga food discovery mo. Ano yung before I go to mine?
Okay. So for me, the seafood source from the kitchen playground by Christine Santos de Guzman, the Budal Fight by El Rapaz, and sweet mascarpone cheesecake by Chef Henny Season, gourmet pili ni Kerika, and the mushroom sisig by the Kabute Farms.
Okay, sa akin, yung frozen ko, yung Pampano Dinuguan by Wapak, by Don and Pierre Renato. For the sweet frozen, it's Chocoholic Gelato with Don Paparam by Carabella. My sweet is the guava cake. It's actually called Helen's Guava Cake because it's named after her mom by Monique Tagpompo, Monique Cakes. And finally, savory, the Detroit style pizza of Chef Aaron Lau at Easiest Pie piece of cake. Yung Detroit pizza, I'm telling you, this will be the next food trend of 2022. Ngayon pa lang. Ang una naglabas yan, dalawa. Frosta, that's sila Tommy.
Frosta,
yes. And then at the same time, our Chef Aaron will put up his own brand of pies at Easiest Pie piece of cake. He only sells two things. Bagels, which are really good, very New York, Booyah Bagels, and his Detroit-style pizzas. You can find them at the Legazpi Village on Legazpi Street on LPL Tower. Bukas sila for dine-in. It's right across Max's on Greenbelt 3 and then the driveway of Greenbelt 5. Tatawid lang kayo. Easiest Pie, piece of cake. Terrific Detroit-style pizzas. Authentic. I first had those pizzas back in the States and in Canada. Itong natikman ko na to, ay nako. It's very different. Yung crust kasi ng cheese, lumilipad eh. Gumagawa ka ng wall of cheese, gano'n, no? Ang sarap. Tapos, it's not like deep dish na chewy. Kasi ito, balutong all the way. Easiest Pie, piece of cake, or EAPPOC by Chef Aaron. Okay, that's my number one food discovery of the year for Savory. Okay, Entrepreneurs of the Year, Anton?
I think yung sa akin dito, na-mention na natin si Monique, no? But of course, Monique of Cakes, were impressed with how she was able to, transition to a cake maker. The other one is another UTT favorite is Nom Nom Joy, yung mussels, no? And how she was able to create this bottle the mussels. Actually, until now, hindi ko alam paano niya ginagawa pa din yun. But we enjoy it throughout the season. And ginagawa niya pala yung fresh. Pag order ka, dun siya nag-order and dun yung ginagawa. And you can eat it with rice or even pasta. Very flexible. Congratulations. And balita ko, meron siya mga next bottled na seafood din, no? And I'm sure itong sisika to Nom Nom Joy in 2022.
Ako marami kasi,
ikaw na yan. Marami.
Very quickly, unang-una, favorite new food entrepreneurs. One of the, siguro, let me tell you, Rayon, he's going to be the next great Filipino pastry baker. His name is Chris Edison Tan. And along with his partners, he put up Masa Madre dito sa Caloocan. Grabe. In terms of
laminated paste,
ano yan?
Croissants, Kuinamans, the best. Okay, siguro ang sumusunod na siya. Ang magmamana, ang number 2, ang trono talaga ng ganitong pastry si Sir Cyril Soinen.
Cyril.
But Masa Madre, look for them on Facebook and IG. They have, etong Pasko gumawa silang special edition croissant with bibingka topping. Amazing. Pati yung pagka-torch, lasang bibingka. It sort of blows your mind. Because you know you're eating a croissant, but the whole taste is that of a bibingka. Then yung pinaka-favorite kong ginawa niya this year, yung pork floss croissant. He makes perfect croissants. And then, parang simple idea, pero paano mo papasarapin yung croissant? Di ba? chinoy siya eh. Dilalagyan ko ng pork floss, maho. The best! It's crazy! Okay? So, Masa Madre by Chef Chris Edison, a very young guy, very passionate guy.
Bago nga yan, bago. Okay.
Amazing yan. Then another young baker, Binyan, kasama natin sa Ultimate Taste Test, datang may balita siya ngayon, meron siyang reseller sa Manila, no? This is si Chelly Belly, Nelusco Cakes by Chelly.
Of course, yes.
Yung old school na parang mocha, na parang chocolate, na parang coffee. It's the best icing. It's my favorite icing. Very retro, very Betty Crocker, very 1960s, but very well done. Nelusco Cakes by Chelly Belly. So hanapin niyo lang yan sa Facebook, Nelusco by Chelly. And then the Great Food. Ito, bottled to, no? Parang sila Nom Nom Joy. And si Mitch has crazy, beautiful products, no? Meron siyang naked pastillas. Diba? Na napakasarap. Diba? So you're getting the pastillas, it's safe in the jar, but you can buy that in Bacolod. But dito, gumagawa siya. So naked pastillas. I think we're going to call it nude pastillas now. Tapos yung pinaka-winner product niya, parang ube butter. It's basically butter. But now with ube flavor. And you can put it on toast, you can put it on bagels, you can put it on croissants. Ube butter by the Great Food. Yan, food entrepreneur. But my number one has to be the group of Kumi. Alam mo ilan yung Kumi?
Ilan na?
65.
Wow!
All over the Philippines.
Galing. Throughout the pandemic,
Yeah. And they're 2 years old. Their very first Kumi in podium, right beside Sebastian's on the fifth floor on the cinema level of podium, opened on November 16, 2019. Then the pandemic hit, but that did not stop them. They're now present in 50 SML. They just opened in Pampanga. My number one, hindi na ako in love sa milk tea. My favorite drink is the healthy yogurt base of Kumi from Australia, now in the Philippines. 65 branches. Practically any mall, you can find Kumi. And this year, they opened new concepts, 4 new concepts. They opened OMG. Oh my Greek. They opened Zig. Their healthy and happy salad. And sushi bowls. They opened T2, a franchise, T2T from Australia. And just last week, they opened Salt and Ice. No, Ice and Salt and Ice. Oh. From the Oyster Restaurant and Cocktail Restaurant sa Beaches.
Grabe!
Grabe!
Parang walang pandemic.
So Mike Hilton, Anton Spanky, and
Mike
company,
Hilton, congrats.
You guys are changing the landscape. Literally, no?
Repainting Manila.
Ang dami na adik sa Kumi.
Oo, masarap yung Kumi.
And you don't feel too guilty.
Right.
There's a lot less sugar than the usual. So Kumi is my favorite addiction now. And all of those new concepts, amazing. And next year, marami pa yung bubuksan. Let's wait and see.
Yes.
Okay.
Hirap mag-keep up sa kanya. Okay, next. Finally, we're 2 hours streaming, and finally we're in our
para tayong nag-choice awards talaga.
Nag-choice awards nga talaga. Ang dami mong kwento eh. We'll probably publish this as 2 episodes in the podcast. All right. Anong next?
Favorite restaurant?
Favorite new restaurant.
Ikaw.
Okay, ako na muna. So, I actually have 3, no? I have 3 favorite restaurants.
Kaya mahaba yung awards natin. We can't have an award.
Ako kasi, kami ni Rach, so we were talking about it. Nahilig kami din sa mas interactive na restaurant, no? Meaning, you can eat, you can shop, and it's like a different concept. So there are 3 restaurants na we really enjoyed that opened this year, 2021. And kudos to the people running them. Kasi ang galing eh. They were planning it during the pandemic, no, when everything was locked down, and they launched it at this time. I'm sure they don't know whether they can launch this time, di ba? Parang ginagawa na lang niya. All right. So the first one is the best Spanish restaurant in Quezon City. Of course, by Chef Henny Season. It's called Dio Gracias.
Talk of the town.
Translation is thanks be to God.
Talk of the town.
Talk of the town. Grabe, Dio Gracias, in partnership with Chef Alex in 11 Jamboree Street. Of course, their signature, so Henny has the mascarpone cheesecake, and Chef Alex has this cochinillo from Spain. No? Ito nga, the Spain cochinillos kasi are milky yung taba, di ba? Milky yung taba, and they deserve it parang turkey style na merong mga stuffings and stuff. So sarap. Pero I like the tapas. The tapas, very innovative. It's a really collaboration with Chef Henny. And actually, Chef Henny is known for the cakes, no? But in fact, nag-start naman talaga siya sa Savory, no? Sa culinary niya. And nakasama ko siya sa Spain. Mas sarap talaga nung gusto niya Spanish food. That's her favorite. So,
can you tell me about the chef first? Di ba he was working in a hotel?
No, he was his last was Choco, and then when Choco closed down, when the pandemic started, dun nalipat na siya dito
sa Choco talaga siya.
But of course, yung Choco has different menu na now, but her last gig before Deo Gracias was the chef of Choco. So, but in Choco kasi they wanted to do modern Spanish Michelin style. But Deo Gracias is more, home recipes, no? Home recipes niya, But Henny introduced, ang maganda kasi with Henny, perfect yung mga breads eh. So, ang dami mga tapas with breads. So, pinapartner niya.
Anton, tell the listeners about how beautiful the restaurant is.
The restaurant is actually an old home na they converted into it's owned by a Chinese. They converted into house. So, yung taas, ginawa nila mga private rooms. So you can rent it for safety. Actually, it's more private room nga than dining room. There's an alfresco. One of the signature places there are the shopping, parang deli/Spanish store, no? Lahat ng mga Spanish na gusto mo, they import a lot of Spanish goods. And not only that, parang mga yung mga parang Spanish kitchen stuff. So you can get it from there. You can literally cook Spanish at home, no? With all the things you can buy.
So what? You can buy a paella, you can buy olive oil, you can buy saffron,
the bomba rice. And then chef is there. Lahat. And then all the meats are there. The mascarpone cheesecake. And most especially, they have parking at the back. Inside, they designed the parking kasi most restaurants in that area, walang parking eh. You park on the street. So this one, they have a spacious parking at the back.
Malapit to sa Ilocano restaurant.
Yes. So, si Chef Henny, ang tawag ko na sa kanya, the Jamboree Street Queen. Kasi, nakatira lang siya doon. Gusto niya mga restaurants niya around Jamboree Street. So, Victorinos is literally like 1 minute walk away. And then, balita ko, magbubukas pa siya ng another restaurant, ibang genre, sa Jamboree Street rin. Kaya, na siya, Jamboree Street Queen.
Congrats, Chef Henny.
Congratulations. So, that's the first. Really enjoyed that. I actually was not expecting it to be that really good. But obviously, they were thinking about it throughout the pandemic, throughout the lockdown. And ang ganda ng pagkagawa, no? Biruin mo, you would have purchased that house, when everything is on lockdown. You were designing it for you to launch today, di ba? And the menu, etc. So congrats, Deo Gracias. Second, another one na, during the pandemic, pinag-isipan nila, and then they launched now, is One World Deli by our cousin ni Pam Cinco of PYC Food, and Jun C, which met in UTT. One World Deli. So they aim to introduce Manila to all the best gourmet finds, all around the world. Predominantly,
June arrived ba sa UTT?
Nandun yung boss niya.
Ayun, I can see him.
Oo, nagstay. Nandun yung boss niya. So, and ito yung project ni Pam, no? During the pandemic, they were planning, what
But,
would be a
Anton,
Delhi.
tell them who Pam is. They don't know who's Pam.
Oh, so Pam is the cousin of Rach, but more known for Risa's Chocolate, no?
Yes.
She founded Risa's Chocolate, and she met this guy, her boss now, who nahilig siya sa cooking during the pandemic. Pero he realizes we don't have a lot of parang ba yung nagustuhan kay ingredient, next time wala nang supply, 'di ba? Kasi hindi naayos yung logistics. So he wanted to fix the supply issues of the gourmet finds around the world, and then introduce a one world deli. Most of the deli that you've seen here, maliliit yung pagka-design. Ito, they design it malaki. Actually, right across Sweet Ecstasy in Jupiter.
Tapat siya ng Pag-may, interrupt lang kita. Kung mahirapan kayo sa parking, bumili kayo kape sa Starbucks.
So, of course, they introduce. They're known for the steaks. No, they import the steaks from Australia, Ireland, and in the U.S. No, Braveheart, which is the steak used in Michelin restaurants in the U.S. So they carry that. And then Ireland, the Ireland steak, and Jack Creek from Australia. Yun yung pinaka-signature niya. So they have a cafe beside it so meron yung cafe. Hindi ako impressed sa cafe, pero meron silang raw bar. They introduced this raw bar. So they introduce ceviche. So yung mga fresh tuna nila and all the seafood, they create a ceviche with ledigre sauce, and their specialty is with wasabi cream. So create ni Chef George. And then you can try all the steaks in the deli. They have a tasting. There's a tasting. Parang 3 steaks. You can taste it 80 grams each. Pero you can get any steak in the deli and have it cooked there. And they know how to cook it, medium, etc.
So basically, sa madaling salita, paluto.
Oo, paluto. You can get the sausage.
Paluto na social.
Pero pare, the sausage, their sausage maker is Spice and Cleaver. Hindi ko alam kung kilala mo yung sausage maker na Spice and Cleaver. So, he's the one doing the sausages of One World Deli also. So yun.
Wait,
pare, favorite mo kilbasa.
Clarify ko lang. You can order anything in the deli. You can get a steak. You can get sausages. And you can bring it to the raw bar. They can cook it for you. Can you order beer or wine with it?
Yes. So they specialize on Napa wines. The small batch Napa wines. So right now you have to, of course, buy a bottle. Pero sabi ko nga sa'yan, they should introduce glasses kasi sometimes people don't drink wine. And then like Fruit Garden, our favorite jam. They introduce their fruit juices there. May fruit juices na si Pierre. And then you can grab from the deli. You can drink it from there. Just pay the deli price. So, because the raw bar is so popular. Tapos ito pa, they have oysters from the US. Pink Moon. There are like 5 varieties. And it's live. So, merong parang aquarium doon na live yung oysters. So, you can order the oysters to eat from there. So ceviche and the oysters are the most popular, and then the hot dogs. Yun yung na-enjoy ko. But of course the cafe has burgers. Pero sabi ko, paano mo tatalunin Sweet X across, di ba? Sweet X across the one deli burger.
Alam mo, huwag ka na mag-serve ng Risa at chocolate champurado.
Oo, di ba? Actually, tama yun. Dapat Risa chocolate champurado kasi Risa has a complete line there ng chocolates niya Di ba?
Why will I buy a burger there when the best burgers in Manila are across?
Sabi ko, dapat serve na lang nilang Sweet X doon. Di ba? Mag-work well pa around the area. But, of course, this is their first salvo, di ba, into One World Deli. But what's good about that is they're promoting the gourmet products of the world and the Philippines. So, Risa's there, Fruit Garden, Gelato Manila is there, Malagos is there, Saint Sea, Calamansi, and they're expanding their Philippine base. So kumbaga, you can
Parang
really
ultimate taste test alumni yan Anton,
Oo,
ultimate taste test
lahat.
alumni yan
Exactly. Halos lahat, di ba? So, sarap. And then they have a good source sa Napa Valley. They have a good source kasi sa US eh. So they import all yung steaks na ginagamit nga sa Michelin Star Restaurant Braveheart. You can eat it there. 'Di ba? Just buy it. Pero ang favorite nila yung Jack's Creek eh. Yung parang mix of Angus and Wagyu. So sarap rin kasi malambot and stuff. So yun, lahat pwede mo kainin actually in the store. But
tell me now what's your number one. Almost 2.5 hours.
Yun. So, yung number one is Deo Gracia, second is One World Deli, and the third is three quarters bar and cafe. So this one is in Caravin Plaza. They're a designer store. And then they offer, bar food and cafe, and it's just nice. Maganda kasi yung design store. So gusto namin kasi yung you can shop, you can eat, you can take your time, and medyo spacious. Yun. Their new food.
Katabi ng toyo, katabi ng poison donut.
No, it's nasa Bukana sila eh. Nasa Bukana ng Carabin. But in that area.
Okay.
So they have a second floor. It's parang design store. And then so European yung parang parang higher end ng parang European furnitures, cottage furnitures. And then masarap yung coffee, masarap yung bar, masarap yung food. So they just starting their new food entrepreneurs. So those are the three. Kasi nga
what's their
I like
why do you like this? What's their specialty?
They have simple lang mga specialty nila, mga yung parang salmon toast, mga ganon, parang cafe food eh. Cafe food yung
So right now, is it a new restaurant?
It is.
I mean,
they just opened.
Kabubukas lang?
Yeah, they opened just a few months ago.
December.
December.
Okay.
No, a few months ago. Kailan ba? Basta second half of this year. They just opened. Yon. Alright, ikaw na. Tapusin na natin to.
Okay.
Deliver it home.
Okay, I have two. So one actually is 1 year old. It opened of December, the third week of December. Exactly 1 year old of 2020.
Wow, congratulations. Happy
None other
anniversary.
than Chef's House Cafe Fleur.
Yes.
It's a beautiful restaurant. It's beautifully designed. It's got a beach vibe, and inside is air conditioned. So it's the alfresco area is actually larger. Their pollo alla plancha is one of the best dishes that I've had in a long time as well. Of course, it's the famous
buko fight.
Pollo alla plancha. It's a chicken, plain chicken. Then you plancha.
Plancha.
Have you eaten there? Have you eaten at Cafe Fleur?
On the 29th. On the 29th.
You've never been there? You've never been there?
I've never been there. On the 29th for the first time.
God.
Order the pollo alla plancha. Okay?
Ano pa?
Para siyang chicken.
Ano pa?
Anton, listen first, ha? Naka-spatchcock. Then may mga special spices ni Chef Sao. It's a wonderful dish. It's their specialty of the house. Then they've got a mix of Kapampangan specialties as well. They have little sisig cups that come in parang chicken na laki pero maliit. So a lot of Chef's House comfort food in Cafe Fleur, the original Cafe Fleur in Angeles City is here. But it's also added on so many wonderful dishes for the Metro Manila market.
So ano yan?
Prices
French
are very good.
Kapampangan yung food? Parang ganun?
No, it's not
French
French.
Kapampangan?
It's not French, Anton. It's not French.
It's Kapampangan.
No, it's
Or
all over.
modern.
Comfort
all
food.
over.
It's all over. Okay.
You'll find
it's
I'm
comfort
surprised
food.
you've not been. I'm really shocked. I'm shocked you've not been. All right. And
ito nga eh.
good food is
Good
good
food
food,
is good food.
right?
Right?
And for me, this is I've been to all of Chef's House restaurants. Ito na siguro yung pinaka-peak ng skills ni Chef Sao. Why? Because this
Why?
restaurant,
Because this
it's
restaurant,
dishes, his menu is dedicated to his mom.
menu
and
is
his dad
dedicated
as
to his mom and his dad.
Ah,
So, parang
talaga?
ano to,
Wow,
so
so
parang ano,
special.
it's an extension. It's an extension of one of Chef Sao's influences. His dad was a cook. His dad was a chef. His mom was a home cook, of course, Kapampangan. And then he's been trained in Paris, all over. He's worked all over the world. So all of these influences now come to full fruition here, and they've got really good cocktails as well. They've got a line of breads and pastries, the famous Fukofai, as I mentioned, and it's a beautiful restaurant. Great service, good cooks. Parking can be difficult, so that's a challenge sometimes. But it's something that you have to overcome. People, it's for me the most successful restaurant this pandemic. Ito na yung pinaka nagbubuhay ngayon sa poblasyon.
Poblacion, no? One of the hottest restaurant in Poblacion. Yes.
I think it's the hottest restaurant in poblacion. It's simple as that. So you go, enjoy. What time are you going? Lunch or dinner?
Lunch. May lunch meeting kami. Sabi ko, cafe floor tayo.
Okay.
Dapat hindi matapos ang 2021 without trying it, di ba?
No, you shouldn't. It's for me, it really is. It's not just my favorite restaurant. I would call it one of the best new restaurants of 2021. Ganun siya
Okay.
kasarap talaga.
Ganun siya kasarap.
And they keep on changing menu. Okay. Kasi yung pinunta mo, bagong-bago. Deogracias, bagong-bago. Right?
Oo nga.
Right?
So speaking of Deogracias,
So, speaking of
a few minutes
Deogracias,
away from Deogracias is my other favorite new restaurant of 2021. It's called Super Sam. Ito naman more
Yes.
of a American comfort food restaurant. Nag-start to nung pandemic. Una delivery muna sila while they were building the restaurant. They've got one of the greatest ube shakes. Yung ube shake nila parang ube halaya.
Masarap yung ube shake na. Better than
They've
Shake
got
Shack.
I don't. Shake Shack naman parang hindi naman shake yun eh. Ice cream yun eh. Oo, hindi naman shake yun eh. Tapos yung the highlight for me, and they have an extensive menu, but the other thing you shouldn't miss there is the chori burger. Di ba? Lalo na hindi tayo nakapos sa
Boracay masyado.
It's one of the best versions of the chori burger. Homemade patty. And ang kaibigan natin si Ed Bugian, nung nag-umpisa sila, he was consulting. So may mga Ed Bugia magic dito sa Superstar. And I have to say, in terms of, have you been to Super Sam? Have you been or take out ka lang?
Take out. We tried to go once. Sobrang daming tao ng Super Sam. A lot of people are going.
We knew it was going to be very popular because it's one of the for me it's the most beautiful new restaurant. Modern compared to the old school charms of Deogracias. It's a beautiful building. Okay, it's
Tsaka marami nag-hang out outside Ang dami nag-hang out outside. Galing.
Yeah, kasi sinadya nila malaking alfresco area. And ang pinaka-highlight pag kumain ka dito, they have this beautiful mural of this lady with yung hair niya is made from plants. And lahat ng tao na pumupunta sa Super Sam nagpapa-selfie doon. It's a beautiful mural by artist. His name is Nel de Potario. Siya palagi yung mga restaurants in Metro Manila siya Sima in Greenbelt, Sinelia. But ang masterpiece of so far, itong sa Super.
Alright.
Congrats. Can you flash it? I gave you the pictures. Can you flash it?
Yes. Yes, it's here. So this is Cafe Floor. Baliktad lang. Super Sam.
Tapos nyo lang adjust nyo lang if you're watching on the phone. That's the mirror we're talking about.
Okay. All right. That's it.
So my favorite new restaurants are the following. Super Sam and Cafe Fleur by Chef Sao.
All right. Congrats. All right. We'll end with the new restaurant na lang, no? Medyo 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Wala na. That's it.
The Choice 2022. Congratulations to all the winners.
No certificate, but you should publish this as a story.
Of course.
Of course. So I'll give you my
We'll
list.
publish it,
Then we'll complete our pictures and everything. Para let's make it official.
Let's make it official.
Let's make it official, of course.
Alright.
And when this podcast is published as well this week, before the year ends, and for people looking for new places to support and new flavors to discover this 2022.
Yeah, thanks for our longest episode of
longest podcast
Who
ever.
Who knew?
All right.
Who knew?
And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, guys. Live an awesome life.
Yes, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in 2022.
2022. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.